Yeah. So if you actually, I thought.
Made you cry though.
Yeah, because it's deep. Because
because her life was fucked up.
Yeah,
like it changed her whole.
Hey, where you getting them socks from?
Because listen, you
I made these, bro.
look at her filmography. Yeah,
make me some.
Look at her filmography. You realise she really didn't work after.
Yeah.
Fresh
Prince.
She won it. I said
she got blackballed
of Jamie Foxx.
But the thing about it, the idea of being blackballed by some youth. Will Smith's 21 at the time, just some youth.
Will Smith though.
You've been
by that point, doesn't he have a Grammy?
No, but
Will Smith.
Yeah, that's the thing. He still wasn't even Will Smith. Did
he have a Grammy by then?
He was Will Smith.
Yeah.
Come
on, man.
No, but
come on, man.
No, but Will Smith's start got even huger.
Yeah.
So he still wasn't even peak Will Smith. And
he was like where.
Just goes to show you the kind of power you light skins possess.
One day, I'm gonna end all your careers.
We're in.
Cool.
Powerful movements.
Ooh, I'm just doing.
No, you can't do that. You got to act like it's not there.
Yeah, you guys be looking at yourself.
Mike, get off your phone, man. Shit.
Oh, we recorded.
Yeah.
Me and Mike.
But you're lucky I didn't say what I was gonna say. Boy, jeez, I told you, man. After I was like, yo.
Oh, what? You just received a message?
Yeah. But I can't.
Don't worry, I'll edit it out.
Nah, I'm trusting you. You don't edit shit out. You leave it all in there.
Yeah, it's long, man.
You leave it all in there.
It's so long. I can't be bothered.
I think those proper do the fuck. You know when you're on the Zoom call and you just staring at yourself in the corner.
Yeah.
About the rest of that shit.
So these are the seats moving forward, yeah?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. It's first come first.
I swear to God,
tight.
if the podcast is booked for like 9 o'clock, I'll be here at 7.
I'll be there before you.
Well, we know you. We know you won't. We know you won't.
If it's a seats thing, then I know. If it's a seats, if you're comfort,
it should go in distance of travel. We need the more luxurious seats, bro.
You know what?
That.
No.
What?
No.
What is your?
I was gonna say something.
There's no option.
You've
We're
lost your
stuck
head.
here
You're
for the
all
next
over the place.
90 minutes. For the next 90 minutes, we're stuck here. But next week, we shall see. Innit? We shall see.
Fair enough.
We
You'll
shall
find
see.
out why they tried to enslave the darker ones in the field. Physically, we gonna pick your fucking ass like cotton. Me and Mike don't fucking.
Who do you think would win in the fight? This sofa or your sofa?
What the?
Like as a double team? Me and Mike will whoop y'all ass.
Oh, the tag team. Oh, the tag team. Oh, yeah.
I don't think you know about Darren.
We know this guy. He's not even arguing. He agrees.
No, because Darren knows what he's on.
No, you don't know shit.
Let me tell you something. Have you ever picked up you know that when you go into a club and they got
these stories are fabricated.
and you got the thing with it. You go, can I get behind the line? And you
the VIP rope thing
and the pole.
Okay,
you ever picked one of those up and licked someone in the face? Oh, look at his face change. Let's fight.
Darren, have you lived 2 lives?
No,
is this your second life?
No, let's fight.
No. What? Well, there ain't no poles in here. But anyway, Darren, tell us.
You talking about Poles or Polish people?
Jeez Louise.
Oh wait, do y'all call Polish people Poles?
If you want to be racist, yeah.
Polski sklep.
No, Poles not alright anymore.
Polak.
Well, I don't know what's alright. I haven't spoken to a Polish Poles.
No, I think Poles is fine.
Yeah, I
think you're allowed to, I think they speak Polish.
I there's something to do with
they speak Polish.
I heard you have to call them Polish because they're always working, isn't it, bro?
Polish. Ain't spelled like that though. Don't get mad at me. I didn't make the spelling.
I heard that.
To be honest, we booked an early morning session so we can not do any of the controversial shit.
No, I'm pissed because
these
my
guys
alarm was
started on
going off.
smoke.
I was like, what the fuck? You saw my message in the group. I woke up about 8:30.
I was up at 7 anyway.
I
I didn't even listen to your voice note, but
you know
back to what I posted in the
kids,
group
I
actually.
keep forgetting that. 8:30. I wish I could wake up at 8:30.
None that I take care of.
That bitch be up at 6. Looking at me.
Did you just call your daughter a bitch? Segue. Let's get in.
This is the problem with these black fathers.
Let's start podding.
Yeah,
let's start podding.
You said
this is the problem.
I don't know what you guys said in this podcast.
Today.
Kazeem doesn't read the group, so we're talking about.
I came back to the group one time. There's 122 messages. I said
talking about Kevin Hart's new special and how he called his daughter.
Zero fucks given. Big up Kevin.
Can I just say from the jump, it made me laugh.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it. I liked it.
We all watched it.
Again, not his best, but it made me laugh.
Yeah, but
you know what I to say with that? What I was thinking is, your sense of humor 10 years ago was very different than it is now. He's not a different Kevin. I went back and watched his other stuff. I was like, wait a minute. This is the same level of edgy. In fact, this is the most edgy he's done.
I see.
Comparative to the first three, I was like, that's not edgy at all. Those are just well-crafted jokes that are funny 10 years ago.
I think Grown Little Man is more edgy than this one.
He was talking about the giraffe joke, the fucking...
you talking about the teacher one where my mama told me to tell you?
Yeah, that's not edgy.
Yeah,
that's
it's true.
like,
It's true, though.
Yeah.
But in one of his specials, he was like, someone asked him to stand there for 30 minutes while his mum come off the airplane. He was like, kill yourself. Die today, bitch.
Yeah, but that's like...
Yeah. I guess throwaway lines, isn't it? Yeah.
But the edgy, calling his daughter, that might be edgy, maybe. But I looked at it and I said, because I tried to watch South Park.
Right.
And I was like, this shit is not funny to me. But it was funny when I was young. I fucking love South Park.
Yeah.
And if I watch like particular ones, this is the same thing with trying to go back and watch like Simpsons or anything, or Family Guy even. I'm like, I thought that was funny. Okay. Like, I know why I thought it was funny.
Yeah, like, I still find Family Guy funny, but the way I used to watch it when I was younger.
He's been consistently Chappelle, and that was 10, 15 years ago when you watch it. I remember going, I see that's funny, but it was a lot of shit I had to think about. And so now that you're older and your taste
feel like
has changed,
you've caught up.
Society is
Chappelle.
trying to pretend to be intelligent, like, whatever. But 10 years ago it was funny. That's why motherfuckers get mad at shit like, I can't believe my grandparents think this, or your granddad had to actually physically fight Klan members. Like, he wasn't worried about somebody on TV not representing. So you have time to cry about Kevin Hart talking about his fucking daughter, because your grandfather for real had to keep his daughter from being a hoe. From white men trying to fucking take, you know what I mean? Like your
the battles are different, innit? The battles are different.
Like, our parents had like actual issues versus like the shit they had to face, like racially, versus shit we have to face. Is this not even close?
It's incomparable.
So it's like, of course, on TV there's a fucking blackface guy, because like, I don't give a fuck about TV. Nigga, there's a dog right there. The cop's trying to get me with the dog. You talking about some fucking somebody said he on TV instead of they. I'm gonna choke the shit out you. Okay, they all gonna fucking die. How about that?
Yeah.
So I thought about that. I thought it was funny as fuck. I was like, this is funny.
I found myself knowing what the punchlines were gonna be though.
Because again, when you watch the old one 10 years ago, you wasn't doing comedy. Now you think like a comedian.
No, but Chappelle, I don't know what the punchlines are gonna be.
Yeah,
I think they're different. They're different comics. I think Kevin's one.
Okay, put this way.
He drops. I think he drops the punchline. You laugh, then he acts it out.
15 years.
When he said, "Okay, I'm gonna take when his daughter was at the theme park and they were like, we have to stand in line. He's like, is your mum there?
Yeah.
And he went, checkmate, bitch. Obviously, I don't know he's gonna say checkmate, bitch, but I knew exactly, like, when he gets the phone, he's gonna do something. He's gonna do some dumb shit.
Yeah, but he set that up too, because his house. This thing had.
But the thing, when he did the teacher joke, my mom told me to tell you. That caught me. I was in tears
but
at
it's
that
like
joke.
they say that it's because you weren't a comedian then.
I think you're more tuned to it.
I bet you if you go now and watch people who you hadn't seen their stuff, like if you watch, like when you watch old.
I don't know what your punchlines are gonna. I don't know.
True, but when you watch old stuff, you might just go now like, I think I know. But you know where a lot of comics punchlines are that are good. Like sometimes when you watch, like we'll watch certain people, you be like, I know what they're gonna say. You can tell, because we nudge each other. We'll be like, I know what they're about to say.
It's same. Do you know what I was saying in the group weeks ago about when you buy into someone's persona? So like when Bill Burr, all he has to start mentioning is population.
And you already know.
You know where he's going with the joke. He's going to talk about he needs to wipe people out.
Yeah. He doesn't even do a punch with that.
Yeah, it's like, I've said this for the last 4 specials. You need to get rid of
if you ain't got a pencil, you're already out.
But I think also it's who, and this is not in the front to Kevin's people, but if you look at who Chappelle and a lot of these guys, when they go to the clubs, they were still going to clubs hanging.
Yeah.
They were still in the element, and this is what they had with stand-up. This guy has like, he didn't have that. He's doing movies, doing 3 movies a fucking year and shit. Like, that's a lot of work. And then also trying to do stand-up.
Yeah, of course. You got to stay in the gym.
He is greedy. Because he could make so much money anyway of just touring. He's like,
I want to be a millionaire in it. I think he said that, innit?
Fuck off, man.
He said that. He said that he wants to be a
First
billionaire.
comic, comedian.
Yeah, that's his goal.
Well, it's not if
Murphy not a billionaire.
Yeah, but like, if you want to be a billionaire of a comedy, first comedian to be a billionaire, you have to just be a comedian then.
But he is. He's
but
a
no,
comedian. He's not.
No, but that's like Dr. Dre. He's like a hip hop billionaire.
But he didn't say, "Hey, I want to be the first hip hop billionaire.
But
No, he
No,
didn't,
because
but
you can't,
everyone
because-
calls him the hip hop billionaire.
Yeah.
Though.
Like,
You don't.
He is being a comedian. He's not being the first comic.
He's not being the first stand-up.
Yeah, comic is
Yeah.
only stand-up. Oh shit, comic is only stand-up.
But he's
comedian is
everything
Will
to do with
Ferrell.
comedy,
Yeah, he's
isn't
doing
it?
all that shit. He's technically doing what he said. I think it's funny if you watch like we were talking, breaking down the jokes. Some of that shit is very layered, and I go, oh, I get it. When you watch Kevin Hart, usually you don't watch him to think.
Yeah.
You go, here comes.
You want
the
someone to serve you the joke. Just
Right.
like, yeah.
He
Also, if you
does
watch
that.
it and think, I wonder if he wrote that or his writers wrote that.
I didn't think that because.
But
it was-
it's probably obviously he's got a team. He's not. I think the guy's named Harry. He's main writer and stuff. So know they work together
I
and
didn't
stuff
think
like
it,
that. He's been
and
doing
this
it
is
for the last
again
few
not in
years.
the front of them because it was funnier than some of the other stuff, and I've seen them all, and they're funny. But I can tell Kevin funny. I can tell they're funny apart.
Right.
Kevin funny is still grown little man funny. Like when you laugh, to me personally, that's Kevin. When you like really laugh, when like the thing when he said about the what did he say? When he was saying.
Well, in the most recent one.
I didn't get to the end because my laptop died. I couldn't
Well,
remember
he
to
said,
charge it. I got right to the point with
Oh,
the
stop
with the
calling
pizza.
me, like when he was angry about stop calling me about my fucking son. Call his phone. That's not me. I went to school. I already passed school. Look at this. This is I was like, that's him. Because that's just him. That's from that tough crowd school ranting.
Yeah.
Bill Burr does it. They all do that. He's just going on a rant about how angry he is. That's what makes you laugh and grown little man. But it's not the fact that he bought a giraffe. He's like, I'll get a fucking giraffe right now. I'll fucking walk my giraffe. And he's just a whole thing about the giraffe. And you're just like, I'll go to www.buygiraffe.com. Or like, I heard you eat ass. Oh, I got to tell this bitch. Like the whole ranting, long form, not stopping, like the Daniel Tosh shit. That's tough crowd shit.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, this is funny. The only thing with Kevin is he talks so fucking fast, he got to stop and give you some jokes. Like the one about his uncle getting knocked out and all the change went out his pocket. You know how hard you got to hit him on the face for the change to fly out their pocket? That's more crafty Kevin stuff.
Yeah.
I think the first three he did by himself, and then the next three he did with his team, and it kind of shows. And then this last one, I think he did mostly by himself, and it shows. So it's like,
I really need to see the ending.
it's good.
Can I ask a question? Is the pizza oven joke the closing joke?
No.
Oh, okay, that's the bit I got wrong. I was like, as he was doing it, I was like, I feel like this is
I can't
closer.
remember it, but there's something else after.
He closes it, and it's good. It's a good closer. And then he does. You know what he did? He threw his audience in the beginning on purpose. I noticed that. Maybe you tell me, Kevin, when he said I had COVID, and you could see them be like, "Oh shit," because they all had to get tested. Because I had it. You all exposed, right? And that's dark. He's basically saying, if you all die, it's because a rich person killed. Like it's a whole bunch of shit, and they were looking like, "Oh shit," and that's funny if that came from Chappelle, if that came from Burr. You like, he's making a joke about murdering people. But they laugh at Kevin saying that because Kevin doesn't make jokes about murder, but he fucking does.
Yeah.
So it's like, that shit was funny. But no, the pizza joke is funny. I think that's funny. His Seinfeld impression.
Yeah. But, I was going to say, so get more into
ass pussy?
him calling his daughter a hoe
Big
and
open
stuff.
pussy. Whatever.
Obviously, people were moaning about that online
Yeah.
and stuff. So, but
But
then
what if his daughter is a hoe?
No, but then Jimmy pointed out the alternative side of obviously what
I don't believe
does
that, by the way, Kevin.
for the person's kids.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting point. Obviously, there was a lot of people. It's interesting. I saw that clip,
Just in case.
that story of the hoe joke, and people saying, "Oh, it's funny, it's funny." Then other people saying, "Oh, you know what? Why do black men insult their black daughters? And why they put them out like this? They don't have to do that." And other people saying, "Look, what are the ramifications of that? If she goes to school, people calling her a hoe. Your dad thinks you're a hoe.
I'm gonna tell you something.
How does that make her
Motherfuckers
feel?"
already calling you a hoe at school, whether you're a hoe or not. I don't think these people are people who forgot what school was like.
Well, he speaks about it in a special. It's private school, so.
But even that, like, you remember in school, think about all the girls you ever and all the guys you hang out with. You a hoe, bitch. You don't necessarily mean or whatever.
Oh yeah, the throwaway.
We
words,
already
innit?
thinking about,
True.
even
But
if she's not a hoe.
If someone's parent came to the playground or classroom and dropped some fucking intimate shit from their household
True.
about imagine like because
And his daughter's in it
that's
before
what I
he
mean.
goes
So
on stage.
imagine Kazeem's mum coming to a gig. Like, guess what Kazeem did last week?
She does that all the time. She does. She'll be talking shit all the time. Mom, she was talking about you.
You're an adult.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
imagine if you was at school though and stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you-
yeah.
Yeah, school's a bit
and then you're
different.
just like, shit, and now you've got a new nickname at school. Now imagine that at a global level where people now go, oh, so you're Kevin Hart, you're the hoe one.
I agree.
You know what I mean? That's the first time you've eaten. Yeah.
Just in case you're watching, I don't find it funny, Kevin.
This is the part that we miss with context. Is the joke he didn't call his daughter a hoe. He said immediately in my mind, I went to, oh shit, is my daughter going to be a hoe? Or is she a hoe?
Yeah.
Right? Is this hoe behavior? So I had to call up a hoe. So she's not a hoe still. I had to call up a hoe. One of my old hosts, like, is this how I have it for you? Yeah, 3 in a row? Okay, all right, I got to do something about this. Like... The joke is...
Yeah, that calling the old hoe was funny.
He's a bad dad for thinking it, and also he had to call the actual...
He covers himself by actually meeting the boys and also understanding exactly why...
That was funny.
Yeah, he was like... Yeah, so that's not even a joke.
What did he say with the
hand movements when he's talking? I completely forgot the other guy.
In the wheelies. Do you smoke, man? It's a look.
I was like, yo, leather pants, only Lenny Kravitz wore leather pants as a kid. So there's a lot of, like... that shit he was doing, which is great, but he didn't. That's the problem we have with comedy is he started with, oh shit, I'm a bad dad for thinking this. You said he covered himself. He even said, let me go to school and see what these boys are like. So he goes like, my daughter's not a hoe. Maybe these boys are interesting, and finds out that they're better than the last.
Yeah,
he's like, I forgot the other one was.
That's true.
Yeah.
So he went through the same journey his daughter did, so showing that it's not particular to her.
Right.
But that's just
interesting characters, isn't it?
how people are now. They'll take that bit, and be like, "Oh my god, you said the word hoe about your daughter."
Yeah.
But then they forget about they choose to forget about. Look what I did.
Yeah.
To negate what I just said.
And it's how people summarise a joke, isn't it? They just think of, like, what was the key word in it? Okay, he called his daughter a hoe. You know that joke where he calls his daughter a hoe?
It's what Ricky Gervais said. Is people get...
With the karate lessons.
Well, it's just people get confused with the topic of a joke. With the target of the joke.
Facts.
The topic is, obviously, his daughter's dating. And he seems to be dating a lot of guys, changing guys. But I think the target is the fact that these are really great guys. And it's my issue.
Kevin's always the target of his jokes.
He's the butt of every one of his jokes that involve him in the story. It never comes out that, except the one with his ex-wife. That's one of the only times I heard him.
And even then, he's really saying I'm an arrogant arsehole.
He's like, I'm gonna have to buy.
And he was buy a Tesla.
Truck and stuff. That's probably real.
I'm gonna have to pay for those jokes later. I've been sitting on these jokes for too long. I want them fly.
And also, people were uncomfortable. Everybody asked for this man to talk about his scandal, and then they got uncomfortable with what he did. He said, all my hoes left me.
And they were like,
when the sex tape came out, I was like,
Dennis?
But I think, do you know why I think they got uncomfortable? Because they were in his house.
His wife's upstairs.
picture
of his wife.
See her on the way out, innit? It's like, oh,
thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
I can see why you stayed.
It's a lovely house.
It's a
lovely house.
I can see why.
Oh, you have a Tesla truck as well. This is a lovely house.
That's a real fire.
Okay. Let's give him more.
This is in the whole house? There's more? Okay, cool. We'll have to see it one day.
You have to imagine, you sat comfortably
in his living room. Socially
Forget about
distanced.
that. He did a comedy show in his house.
Socially distanced in his living room.
Style cameras.
If I did a comedy show in my house, I'm inviting 5 people.
It's literally that.
People give me a service like that.
I could fit 40 people in my house, but only 5 people could actually see me. They'll be in the bathroom.
Okay. So, we're going to have these screens everywhere.
What's going on? That sounded funny. It's like, we had to close that
the
door.
wireless mic just walking around the house. Yeah, we're in the bathroom now.
How you guys doing? Stood in the shower.
And we going into different rooms. Man, this is a shit crowd in here. Shit crowd in the kitchen.
So they had to walk through.
His house is levels,
man.
I want to know.
Of
course.
I want to know the vetting process. I know he's got security and all that stuff, but these celebrities, he got broken into. He says on his last special, he got broken into.
Nothing.
And now you're inviting people to your house.
I don't know. Maybe they done a bird box thing in it where they put blindfolds.
That's what I thought.
From Hills. But I've been in LA. In LA, you do a tour. I paid someone to take me on a tour where there's like, he lives here, she lives here. I'm thinking, are you allowed to do this? He just pointed out everyone's house in that. Jeez, I got black Air Forces on my guy.
I'm ready.
I'll ask a question. Why did you go on a tour to find out where people live?
No, the Hollywood tour. The tourist rubbish. They just do tourist rubbish.
The thing is, Hollywood really hasn't got anything there except for the flipping sign on the hill and famous people.
Shitty. No offense, you guys know it. You fucking live there. It don't look nice. It don't look like TV. You go,
it doesn't.
People move here for this piece of shit. It looked like Tottenham.
Well, what part? Are you talking about Compton? Or
No, all of it. No, until you go to Beverly Hills.
It's only Beverly Hills is the nice part.
Which is just the strip.
Beverly
Hills Drive looks nice.
And like West
Sunset,
Hollywood and that.
And that's it. And Sunset's long.
West Ho.
So that, and then you go to the hills. And even that looked like shit. Unless you in a fucking drone camera.
I thought they put them on like buses with reverse tints. So people could see in, but you can't see out.
Probably. That's a shout.
Because if someone tried to blindfold me, I'd be like, I don't need to laugh that much.
I mean, maybe also it was...
Nobody's like, it's Kevin! Don't be like, it's Kevin!
But you get to go to Kevin's house.
Yeah, his security got guns now.
Hey, I went to private primary school. I've been to nice houses. I need to go to Kevin's house.
But you went to nice houses, but you had to deal with like shit dad jokes.
He said
Kevin Hart.
Nope. I saw Aston Martins. When I went to my private friend's school house, they was like, "This is the larder." I said, "I think you mean ladder." He was like, "No, this is where we keep the food." It was a room for food. I said, "What is this?"
Wow. You see levels when you go to someone's nice house.
I literally said that. This is the larder, bro. It's a ladder. Come on, man. He was like, "No, it's a larder."
Kid Curry got a good joke.
I had that at sixth form. So my
Kid Curry got a good joke about that, going to somebody's house and seeing like a silver fridge.
Phileo Huff. The thing is, if this pod's ever gonna get into any trouble, I think it'll be it's either Phileo or Kazeem that will be the culprits, because you guys see the line and say, "I'm a bitch, you're Lancaster," and go over that shit.
It's on YouTube.
Has he? I haven't seen it.
It's on YouTube.
I haven't seen it. You keep telling me it's on YouTube. I haven't seen it.
But you got cool, you got cool,
It was Darius.
He's like, man, I told you my colleagues went to Top Secret and they said, yeah, like the host was hilarious. I was like, what's his name? I think he was just complaining about a fridge. He said someone told his joke about a fridge. I was like, yo, Darius is telling lay people know about this shit. Lay people. He said it was funny, but he kept talking about this fridge. Imagine you at a show trying to enjoy yourself and man, like, this other comedian, I know you don't know him, we took my joke, it's mad. Like, he's on TV, I'm here.
Wait, what I want to know, real question. When he's trying to explain, when he's trying to explain the joke to the crowd, does he tell the joke or does he just point them onto TV to watch?
It's just
That's what joke he stole. That's it. It's from Jonathan Ross.
If you want to see the joke, just watch this.
If you want to see it, type in.
Yeah, if you want to see it done.
Type my name in.
Well, Darius, I don't think you told the joke very well.
If you want to see it done really tight, like at the best form, like best it's ever been done.
Imagine watching. Okay, hypothetically, hypothetically, okay. Imagine watching someone do your joke on TV.
Do you know what? Honestly, I'm not doing a whole broadcast thing. I'm not doing a sub. I'm inboxing them though.
Yeah.
I'm inboxing them going,
whoever
that's a cool joke you got there. And they're going to be like, oh, cheers, bro. I'm like, I don't think you understand the tone of this message.
If somebody took the joke,
you have to respond with a voice message, a video message or something like that.
And then I'll show them a clip of my video of me doing it. And then
I would do this.
I'm like, yeah.
I'll go, hey, saw you on Jonathan Ross show. Nice, man. Very nice. When you performing next? Just love to come and watch you, man.
Come congratulate you in person.
Yeah.
So how much?
I'll be in the back of the thing. Do the fridge joke.
How much money did we get?
How the royalties looking? I need to know. I need to tell my accountant.
When we go on tour?
Are the Drake vocals in yet?
No, I'll be leveraging that though. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't just be blasting.
I probably wouldn't do the bar because it as you've seen, it don't really always do shit.
No.
The most it might happen is if it's got to be someone, like it's got to be like a Chris Rock level. If you get that would pick up enough steam.
Even then,
I mean, you're never gonna work with Chris Rock again, or anybody.
And people just go, "We give a shit. Chris Rock's better than you."
Yeah. Just that. True, He's probably got hardcore fans that people have fans who just are infatuated with that person who will just back you.
Gina
Yasuri.
Nah, I still ain't seen her.
No, she's doing well.
She's doing her thing now. She's in the States. She's got a TV show.
She's doing her thing. But she's not Russell Peters.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't seen.
But Russell Peters doesn't want to be Russell Peters.
Nah.
Yeah, true.
Is he still doing the same album?
He's trying to break into films, and they're just like,
"You're Russell Peters."
No.
Yeah. For real. That's how the industry is weird, man. You be like,
they just don't want it. They're just like,
is it like, you know what rapper we can get to play this role that will actually bring people? That's all they care.
And Russell Peters,
who is going to show up?
Russell Peters is kind of like the Indian not as good, but the Indian Dave Chappelle. He does comedy and he has a bunch of rapper friends.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
And has like rappers and DJs.
Russell Peter is one of Dave Chappelle's friends though, as well. he's in that posse.
But he always goes on Joe Rogan like, yeah, me and my DJ. I have a DJ on stage. I'm a hip hop fan. And everyone's like,
because he wants to get the black audience.
Don't care.
People want that black dollar, man. The Asian dollar is not. They go back into their community.
Well, he went to India to do a special.
That's fucking dope.
Also,
all his specials are fucking good. That's the other part.
He was one of the first comedians I saw on YouTube. My cousin showed me him, and I was in tears.
Yeah,
he's when he was on the first stand-up.
Somebody's gonna get the Chinese thing.
Yeah. Oh, be a man.
Hey,
do the right thing.
This bag is $10.99, but I'll give you discount. You can get it for $9.99.
Yo, he's funny, man. He's funny as
Yo,
hell.
mama so fat. There when she jump, she gets stuck.
How long has he been going? Like 20-something years.
Yeah, he's a long time.
See, that's the other thing. Like, I think a lot of people forget Kevin was going, but he said 15 years now he's been doing it. But he's been doing stand-up or been doing comedy for 15.
Like 20.
Stand-up he's been doing about the same, but he had to trail off once he started doing movies. So, yeah, somebody like Chappelle's, 26 years, 25 years?
But it's literally pure comedy.
Pure stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Here's the question, okay?
Yep.
You're Kevin Hart, fresh out of Seriously Funny, yeah?
Yep.
So you've got Grown Little Men, you've got Seriously Funny. You've done Soul Plane and all that kind of shit, but you're not that guy on screen. Hollywood come to you and be like, hey man, we got some movies. I don't even know if I'm speaking. They're like, hey man, we got some movies for you, but your stand-up's going to take a serious dive.
Yeah.
What do you do?
They probably didn't tell him the stand-up was going, dude, do what you want, Kev, we got these movies. You go do it.
Yeah, no, they're like, you're going to get the money, you're going to get all this shit. But no, as knowing what you see now, I'm saying you know. Are you going the CK route, the Bill Burr route? And I'll do some cameos and shit.
I don't know how it really works, but for me, I probably would have taken more dips back into the stand-up pool and stuff rather than.
Well, he's saying that they're saying you're
you can still do comedy, but you're not going to be able to dedicate the time.
Yeah. I love the pure stand-up, man.
Same.
Like, I love the getting
and I'm already making like 30 M's a year.
Yeah. The reason I
keep your billionaire status. This is generational wealth. The next generation can make that into a billion.
The reason I would probably do it is because in the beginning, if you got Grown Little Man Seriously Funny, I'm like, okay, I've already proven plus my Comedy Central. Plus all the Shaq other shit and all the other stuff he's got that people don't even talk about that aren't just specials. I've proven that I'm fucking pound for pound funny, or you wouldn't be coming to me.
Yeah.
That's the first part. So then I would keep going into stand-up. They'd be like, you don't have enough time. I would go into it, and then I'd start stretching it like that Seinfeld school of thought, where it's like, it might take me a couple years before I do my next one.
Plus, at that level as well, the time it takes doing stand-up. Like, so if you've got on the table, you can make 20 million with your next special because you're going to be doing all these clubs, then you're going to be touring. Because he literally says it, he tours clubs, then theatres,
then arenas.
then arenas,
and
then films his special. So imagine doing that for a year, just going all around.
The world. Yeah, he goes to America, then the world.
And then someone goes, hey, we're going to film this film. You're going to be on set for 3 months, and you're earn the exact same amount. It's like,
yeah, you can see why people do it.
You're like, and I can get to see my family and shit, and just do show
part. You gotta go. This guy's proven, and he's been in stand up, and it's not like he can't walk in the clubs and grow. I don't know what goes through the guy's mind, but I can understand everything you said. And like I said, I'd be like, I love the art. But what's the third special? Not seriously funny.
No, Laugh at My Pain, isn't it?
That was funny as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it was hilarious.
So the first 3.
But obviously, he's proved he can do stand up. I think as you hit your goals, you get different goals, isn't it? We're at a level now where we want the goal of being a pure stand up. We may get there after a few years and think, you know what? I'm feeling something else.
I don't know, man. Dave Chappelle's life looks pretty great.
No, I don't doubt his life is amazing.
But Dave Chappelle, you got to remember, he got money off movies as well, even though it wasn't Kevin Hart level.
Yeah, you've seen
also Chappelle's Show.
You've seen
just because he turned down what they offered.
You've seen the Bradley Cooper
the third
film,
time,
Lady Gaga.
But he ain't. I'm saying whatever he turned down. From trust me, they'd given him a lot.
Kevin is banging out movies.
And you got to remember skill set as well.
Yeah, as well. True. Kevin is a funnier comedic actor than most other stand-ups.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
so he's banging.
You've got that skill set and things like.
Yeah,
because I don't know what your guys' aims are with comedy in the sense of if you just want to do stand up forever and just be touring stand up.
That's the main thing.
You're right.
Whatever comes
in it. Whereas like me, I'd like to, even though he's probably dated now, like those, you flipping late night show, that kind of thing.
Love that.
I would love to do that shit. So if someone goes, you can take a break from stand up.
I would never come on your.
I'd
never come on your show.
You know why?
Like a John Ross, Mo Gilligan sort of
vibe. You know why? Because you can.
I would never come on your show.
Again,
you'd never come on the show if you had the new special coming out.
Like, you want to come promote it,
and you want to promote it. Like,
it would be the worst episode that couldn't air because I'm like, I know this motherfucker. You can't say motherfucker. Fuck this, I know.
Oh yeah, actually, you should have all of us on at the same time.
But it's true though. You know,
might as well call that the Green Room episode.
You know when you watch those shows and you do realise the guest and the host actually are friends.
Yeah.
It's just a complete different vibe. Complete different vibe. Because when it's someone they don't know, it's like, so you started your acting career.
They have to do real research.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when it's the
Conan
guy,
O'Brien's the worst at that because Conan, you can tell he don't give a fuck.
But when it's one of their guys, it's like,
when it's like
we got so on the show.
And he throws his cards. I'm not even gonna do that. You took your shirt off for no fucking reason.
Yeah, and then the guest is now just like talking to the other guest, like, you know, you've met this guy's wife, yeah? Okay, so who's at his house? You've been to his house before? Well, we've been to his house. He's got this
like
thing,
Kevin,
and he's there just embarrassing the host. Like,
it's like when Kevin was on, I think it might have been Conan with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't stop bantering.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm Shaq. Okay, yeah, Shaq.
He was fucking idiot. Yeah. But that's what, so yeah, like if you have a goal, so I like Larry David's career, and you like Letterman's career, so you want to do that. I would still, though, pop in and do some stuff. That's just me. But then I say that after only like 9 years in, I don't know what it's like to be doing it for, and be struggling doing it for 15 years, and then make it, and you know what I mean? Like, if some of them might be like, if I have to go in this, they might still have I'm not going to go in this. Two reasons. They might be scared, like, I'm Kevin Hart, they're going to laugh. Are they laughing because I'm Kevin, or are they laughing because it's funny? And then the other reason is I have to entertain these. We even get like that sometimes.
True, the expectations must be
this audience is
wild.
shit. You should laugh at me because you know how good you are. And you're like, if I have to go up here and pull laughs out of these people. And we're not even we don't have no bop. And we're already we don't have no bop.
That is annoying because
I've literally come to your fucking shit club because I'm filming this multi-million pound film here, so I thought I'll just drop in. I'm doing you a favour, me turning up, and you're not gonna just sit there going,
this is alright.
Let's just put this disclaimer out there for everyone. If you don't, if there's 4 comedians on the lineup and 3 out of 4 of them make you laugh, fine, you're a good audience. If not, if you are tough for all of them, which one's my camera? This one?
There's only one. We're not there yet. You're like,
and none of them make you laugh. You're the problem, man. You're the problem because
unless you go to like a TNT show, like an open mic show, or like
but if like for example,
if you went to
the last show before the lockdown, I don't even know if that's still running.
If you go to Playhouse,
no, the last show we did before.
Is the problem.
If we went to the last show before lockdown, You know the one where we all ended on a great set and they didn't.
I never got to experience
one where we set up Darran.
I never got to experience. No, I mean, I don't think I was set up. I think I knew what was happening,
but you were working it out in the moment.
Yeah.
We're like, do you want to host? You're like, yeah.
As I was saying. I was looking around, I was like, yeah. I was like, I've already said yeah now, as I was saying it. And I thought, fuck it.
Is that the Stone Cold thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was thinking, fuck it. It can't go worse than I imagined it's going to go, and it didn't. It went as bad as I imagined it could go.
Well, why? Because I thought it was promoted as, you guys don't give a fuck.
No, it's not that. No. So there's 2 rooms it's meant to be, both comedy rooms, and it would have worked brilliantly if it was in the room it's meant to be. However, the venue didn't want to open the downstairs room.
Got you.
So the upstairs room was...
They would have opened it.
What's the venue?
Show up.
What's the venue?
That secret place. You've been there, the president's place.
Yeah, bro, we went. The one we performed.
So you know what downstairs and upstairs looks like.
Yeah, almost definitely.
Right, but they didn't go
But
downstairs. They had it in the middle bar bit, that big U.
Oh, that awkward bit.
Yeah, the big U-shaped bar that people need to walk through to leave and stuff. And so that was where one of the
because the bartender didn't show up. We were at the basement, which would have been fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I think the bottom one would have been a very different.
And I was hosted that one.
Oh, pain.
Yeah, but I knew it was going to go shit.
Next time. It'll be in the basement, and you can laugh at there. What are you complaining about? This is a great room.
Downstairs is always good.
We did it right way around though. We was like, we'll do downstairs first.
That was your call too.
And we were just doing it, and we could hear how much fun they were having upstairs. And no one was having fun downstairs. No one. And it was terrible. During the break, if you saw me, there was like a wall here. I was just sitting on a chair like this.
It was depressing.
It's depressing.
And then we went upstairs, and I went on first, and I would say about a good 2 to 3 minutes of my set was just me saying how shit downstairs was,
actually,
and how great you guys are, and how excited I was to be here.
That is rude.
And they loved it. They were great.
To give you the strongest indication of how bad downstairs was, I showed Phileo the light. He came off.
Yeah, right.
That's a great. So you can see it. So all this time you can see it.
We know he sees it. He does this, or he does. Yeah, I've seen it.
He didn't even want to stop. He goes, that's my time. And then he just walked. I was like, wow.
Yo, that
is.
So imagine being Kevin Hart, and then you go on to just something. Well, I'm gonna do some shows for these people, and they're like.
They're not giving you no energy.
Yeah.
You're like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm here.
But I said that night. I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the last time you're going to be out for a while. I'm here to entertain you.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's what it is. That's what it is.
But the room was fucked up.
But you know what as well? He don't post stand up like we do. And like other people do. There's videos of Kevin at the what's the one? The Cellar and all these other things on YouTube now of him working material, and he's destroying.
Yeah.
The audience is in fucking tears. He go, that shit is funny. It's a year of touring, and then I have to do it in an arena, and I probably don't give a fuck. And I'm going.
Oh yeah, you do probably get a bit fatigued.
It's getting dirty at night now, and then also, I don't want to keep. I've already had this set go amazing, the best it's gonna go, and that's not special. He should have done like that Ray Romano shit where he booked the 2 rooms. He did the Cellar and then the other.
That was a cool special.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was.
That just in that small room, it's like boom, there you go. Like just film all that shit. Like that's a
because I've never seen Ray Romano do stand up before.
He's great.
I've just only known him obviously as.
You just go, that's a special, and that's just how you do it. And the audience can go, we want to. You can go still do your tour.
Yeah.
Put
true.
that out.
You're putting a small room. Yeah.
Because what helps you in your special, whether or not you believe it or not, is how much the audience is laughing.
Yeah,
laughter's still infectious when you watch
100%.
So when you watch old Chappelle or any Chappelle and the audience is dying, you're like, damn. But when you watch someone and they're not laughing, and you're like, they're laughing, but you're laughing with them, but you're like trying to focus and you're like, oh shit. Like if they were just dying the whole time, you'd be like, whoa, I'm missing something. Let me tune the fuck in.
Of course. Whenever I put a stand-up clip out, I always want to make sure the audience are really going for it. If they're not, I'm like, you know what? Even if I deliver it well, if they're not really feeling it, I'm always a bit in 2 minds.
Who cares about delivery?
Yeah,
not even Hollywood gives a fuck about it.
Good segue, Mike. I believe somebody in here, let's not name no names.
Let's go.
Wanted to make a competition, out of this reels shit.
Oh, and didn't do it.
No, they did their reels. Everyone's been doing their reels. But I just want to know: are the numbers in? Are the numbers in?
Are we doing this now?
Are the numbers in?
Are we doing this now?
Are the numbers in?
Are we doing this now?
Made the competition.
No, this guy.
Did I?
Oh,
He don't remember.
Amnesia.
You remember though, right? You remember, right?
Well, we don't have to do this now.
No, let's do it now.
No, we don't have to do this
Let's do it now for the people. Which one's my camera? Okay.
Which one's right? There's only
this.
one. There's only one. How come getting caught?
Don't remember.
I'm just saying, if you want to know what the numbers on the board are, I'll let you know.
Let's continue talking about Kevin.
What are your numbers, Mike?
I don't check.
Check.
I don't check.
Mike don't check.
What's your numbers,
I
Darren?
don't check
Don't
it.
check.
I just promised and hope.
No problem. I'll check for you.
Oh, cool.
Can we block him?
Oh, this is good pod content.
Yeah.
No, carry on your conversation. I'll be back shortly. I'll be back to you after this ad break.
Now, what?
With Kevin,
Yeah.
just to run, obviously, I know we talked about the daughter. What do you guys think, because it's a fair point people have made online, what do you guys think about using your family members and close loved ones for material? And if you're using them in the material, you're punching down. What do you think about that?
I do it all the time. I punch down on my mum.
Are you gonna insult your mum in front of random strangers for banter?
Have you not seen my set?
No, but
That was the question.
Yeah, but I'm
what do you
thinking
guys think
about
about
it.
that?
Do you insult your mum? You don't. Your mum's in your joke.
You don't insult. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say I won.
We know that's why you brought it up.
Facts.
Yeah,
ain't
But
gonna
I
remember
won.
that you
I
lost.
fucking smashed you guys.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, you got more followers than both of them combined.
It's not about that.
Correct.
I got
100% is.
You don't think
of
that-
2 videos. I've got 27,000 views.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
'cause
don't.
you got more followers.
You got
than
more
both of them,
followers
and they
than
shared
us.
it.
Yeah.
And I shared it.
That's not my fault. I didn't answer the
That was
competition.
the point.
I won.
All right.
What do I win?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Pride. I don't know.
This feeling you've got right now. That's your.
Which
that's-
one?
that's-
Which
that you won
which
and
one
no
of
one
you are
cares.
gonna suck my dick?
Dino.
No, yeah.
He established that as Dino.
Dino
Which
Neck.
one's my camera? Dino.
Dino Neck.
That's the name of the episode.
Which one's my?
We should actually take a picture at the end so we don't have to do too much editing.
Dino Neck.
No one insults.
Dino,
Some people,
Dino
you know who
neck back.
insults- This is
Neck
funny.
back.
Who insults? What I've noticed, and you bitches can be mad if you want. Female comics who are edgy, they always insult their family members. I pay attention to little subtle shit like that. They will be like, "My dad is this," or "My mom's stupid like this," or "My dad's an idiot," or "My brother's dumb," and then they'll go on to why.
Well, what
I'll say
comic
my
you-
mom is crazy, and here's why she's crazy. But it's not an insult. It's
But
like,
no, whenever you talk about your mum, you talk about your mum just doesn't take any shit.
That's what I mean,
That's
it's
the
not an
vibe I
insult.
get.
I have a
like-
joke
yeah,
where my
sometimes
mum is
there's no shit
racist
to
to
be taken
Chinese
out.
people in the tube.
So it's like, what are you doing? But that's it. But I don't go as far as like. One of my little brother, the one who came to visit.
That's how you know
my
he's
mom
got a
called
lot
him,
of brothers.
Jacking off, right? There's a bunch of jokes I talk about. There's jokes I can say about it, but I don't go like. I don't insult him in the joke. It's the whole thing is I'm the asshole for making fun of both of them in the situation, and they both are like, "Fuck, you're the idiot." Like you made it out.
Yeah.
So like you can bring up delicate private shit, you know what I mean? But it's how you approach it. And I don't think a lot of people do that. Like there's a comedian we all know who just calls his son gay on stage. And
Who's that?
Marcus.
He tried to come like, I'm gonna protect his identity. Then he's like, fuck it. But
He challenged me. You know I'm gonna go. I'm still fucking from the hood. You can't challenge me. I bet you I will.
I know what bit I'm clipping up.
But he's been told that by multiple people, audience members, comics. Like I was there at one of the shows, and audience, more than one group of people that weren't together was like, you probably shouldn't. Just
And
do
also,
that.
the
Son.
issue with that is that there's no punchline.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I have a joke about
You're
my
just calling
older
your
brother
kid-
being gay, but he's actually gay.
But the joke isn't about him being gay. The joke is that you go, we got different, different moms or whatever. That's the gay side or whatever. His side is the gay side.
Yeah, I do joke about lesbians, and then I go, I'm not homophobic. My older brother's gay.
Half brother.
He's my half brother, so obviously that's the gay half.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
And then I say I still love him. He's my brother. I don't give a shit. I just don't shake his right hand anymore.
yeah, that's funny. Because you're not. But then you also aren't saying that your brother's bad for being gay. You're the idiot. You're the homophobic idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And
You're
anyone who
not
laughs
shaking,
with
you're
you
not shaking
also
your
homophobic.
half brother's hand.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's been.
Because
Yeah.
Yeah, but the joke is that. But the joke also sounds like it's because he's your half brother. You picked a hand that you don't think's the gay side.
I never thought about that. That's a good layering. I didn't even know I put in there.
It's just it's a stupid.
Thanks for noticing that, guys. Because I didn't.
Yeah.
No,
I'm a genius and I don't know it.
But no, that's.
Have you never had that before? After a gig, so I love where you did that with the joke because of that. You're like,
oh
yeah.
Take it.
Worked on that for a while. I'm glad you noticed.
You notice a lot of people don't know this.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Come on, you know who I am.
Like,
Which one's my camera?
Shit, I've got to tag that on because so people understand that's what I was always doing with that bit.
And then when you actually try and do something smart and they're like, I don't get it.
What's that?
What are you talking about? Open a book.
Yeah.
No, but it's a fair point, and I'm always now, especially this year after obviously the resurgence of the BLM movement and that, I'm very conscious of the material I write. Like when I started out, I'm just trying to get a laugh, not by any means, but I'm just trying to get a laugh. But now I'm definitely more conscious of who the butt of the joke is. Am I selling myself out? Am I selling my family members out to make random people laugh? Because more time when we do comedy,
you don't even think like that though. Like you're not a person who has none of us have that thought process of like, how can I make them laugh at black people?
No, of course.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I don't think we do, but I think sometimes you see people go on stage, and I've seen it before. Like a black guy goes on stage. A black comic goes on stage.
Motherfucker, that don't like him.
Yeah, that guy. He
tall, skinny.
That brother.
He told you to shut up during the set.
He's so tense.
And it wasn't me.
He said
it wasn't you. That's what I'm saying.
I thought he was laughing because you wanted to just go, who?
I know he cares about this person less than the name he's already dropped.
If I can remember his name, I can't. But he did that.
I'll tell you where it is. Well, they got the same last name. Kind of.
Yes.
Kind of.
What
Begins with E.
his name?
It's like Emmanuel or something.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be like, I'm black, so I sold drugs and and you don't have to do that to make people laugh. The more time when we perform. Obviously, we're in a white predominant country. We perform predominantly for the white people. So, do you want to put that message out there? And this goes back to the conversation we had on the pod last week, where we were like, as a black person, do you have onus when you go to these sort of very very wide?
That's where we said butt fuck nowhere.
You go in there and you're just like,
where the dusty white people are.
Martin Luther King today. You're wondering like, I'll be Flavor Flav tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And I think,
but sometimes that's what they want because they're like, I knew black people were like this.
It's funny. If Darren was like, these people need to be taught. But the funny thing I thought about, I was like, rah. But when you go and do black ignorant shit or black stereotypical shit, they know. They laugh. Yeah. So they know already.
But they know more about...
White people laugh the most at my not having a great relationship with my dad jokes.
Yeah. Because it reinforces the truth. Or not the truth, but the stereotype.
White people...
Black people are like, we all have dad issues. Tell us something.
Such a prick, isn't it?
Everyone thinks that white people don't know black stuff. White people know more about black stuff than black people, like than most black people. Like the average white person, you start talking about history, they be like, oh, they know a lot of shit. Because like if you look at the Fresh Prince,
how many crimes do you remember that you've done?
Exactly. If you look at the Fresh Prince, you watching that fucking thing, you notice the writers' room is mostly white.
Yeah, I saw that.
But they were like, we'll help you with the black stuff, but they're predominantly writing about Malcolm X and all this other shit. So I've done this fucking pub. It's not a pub, it's a brewery. It's way somewhere far. It's a really good gig, and they only have like 3 on, but it's like a pro night. I've done it, and that's all conservative white people, just straight up conservative white people.
Didn't have to tell us it was a pro night, but don't.
And I true, and I did it, and I wasn't doing like, let me do some stereotypes. They laughed the hardest when I made fun of them and their conservative shit, and then they laughed the hardest when I would just say some shit, like when I would just like, shut up, bitch. Like I said that to a girl, I was like, bitch, if you don't get your feet off, they're like, oh my god, they do call women bitches. Like I can see that. Like, wow.
But conservative type people, conservatives and those kind of people, those right wing people, they're like, I don't think they mind laughing at their like privilege and their crimes, and
yeah.
So they're like,
What you gonna do about it?
I do have a second bathroom.
Yeah, they give it a chance.
I do.
No shit.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
I'm winning. Of course, I'm laughing if I'm winning. I'm not gonna be offended because I'm winning. You only offended because you losing.
How did you know that, Negro? Are you, yeah, I'm going to say that.
You might clean them.
You don't have two bathrooms because you clean them, right?
you both are terrible.
But they do laugh at that shit. Rappers would be like, if
You know what? You remind me of my cleaner Tundi.
I hate when they get the Ricky Gervais. Tundi. That's a good example of a joke, which is a good joke that I don't like. I don't like the joke, but it's a good joke. In his special, he adopts a kid from Africa.
Is that the comic relief special?
No. It's his last special on Netflix. Humanity. And basically, I don't like the joke. I think it's a good joke, but I just don't like it. It's an example of...
Just stick on this topic.
It's an example of, I may not like the joke, but it doesn't mean it's not a good joke. It doesn't mean it's not funny. I just don't like it because it's close to home. The fact that he said he calls it Africa, then he picks a Nigerian name, messes up the name, takes the kid from, obviously, poverty, and he shows him basic amenities, and is patting himself on the back. It pissed me off. We're funny.
He goes, come here today, put your top on, you're an African now, mate. He goes, yeah, look, running water, yes. Yeah, have as much as you want, take a whole bucket. Yeah, take the bucket, go on, clean the car. And then he goes, Tundi, come here, look at that. That's your family in Africa. Well, they're all dead now, so do you want to pay me back? Because he's talking about having his own kid who would be entitled and wouldn't want to do anything. And then he goes like, my kid was running around, banged his head on like my Afghan table. 20 grand that cost me. Yeah. And it died. Social services will be coming around my house like, Mr. Gervais, is that yours? And he's like, yeah, it is, fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Because my African kid does that, bangs it on the table, dies. Social service come around and goes, Mr. Gervais, is that your child? He'd be like, does it look like mine?
I get it.
The joke is funny. I just don't like it, but I can probably laugh at it.
This is what we saw about in the group, right? About jokes and people's reactions to art. Comedy is art, and literally. So I thought, right, I need obviously we're all comedians, so I'm
watching that when I get home.
We all have like this similar.
It's my favourite special.
But I asked my wife, like, why is it that people take, like, why do you take comedy more literally than maybe other art forms? And then she goes, I think it's because when you're watching it as an audience member, we feel like it's an actual insight into how the comedian thinks and what they feel. Right. Like, they go, yeah, they're joking, but she goes, it almost feels like they're getting their points across in a funny way. So so when they say something that is actually, don't like that topic, to me, it makes you feel like, oh, that's what the comedian actually thinks about that topic and stuff. And I was like,
it's very rare a comic anyone will argue a point that they don't fucking agree with.
The only jokes that I have that I 100% believe in, from the beginning to the end,
the rape jokes
are the Madeline ones. So
that's what I thought. But again,
that's his vice.
Which one's my camera?
We just. Which ones? I love that. Which one's my camera?
I gotta look up what happened to this girl. What, she got kidnapped
in Portugal?
Do you actually have no idea of that story? It's not an interesting story.
I only know the other girl, the John Benet Ramsey, and that type of shit.
No,
it's very uninteresting.
She went the same thing.
No, she went on holiday for her parents. She was like 4, 5 at the time. 3.
That's an interesting fact to remember.
That's a lot of information you know about this kid.
I didn't need to really jump in and
no, she's 3 years old.
So how old she now? How old she now?
Who knows?
What colour are her eyes, Michael?
We've got him.
No, she was freed, and they had twins who were.
Why were you late to the podcast?
So basically, they went out.
There's where it gets sticky.
So they went for dinner with another family, and they were doing like rotation of checking on the kids. Yeah. And then when they went to check on the kids, they realised that she wasn't there. The twins were there. Listen, she wasn't there.
This is my on any time is Natalie Holloway, any white person that goes missing.
Natalie Holloway.
Any white person goes missing in any non-white country they're not hard to find, so they're dead. They're fucking dead, or they got sold into some bunker.
So
it's not. They're not. It's a murder.
I'm just thinking.
Is this I Am Legend?
No.
Everyone is dead.
No, I was thinking of
Imagine being in the
Phileo being the
Caribbean,
liaison
and you be white
officer.
and nobody can find
He's in it. Phileo's the
You
liaison.
white.
Nah.
It's 6 of you.
Imagine Phileo being the liaison.
Yeah, but Portugal's not a non-white country.
Yeah, it's a white country.
She ain't that white. She ain't Portuguese white.
No, yeah, obviously
Portuguese
they got
white
a
is
bit
like
of a
that
tan in
couch.
it.
She might now. She has
like
a tan.
the wall. Yeah, from
Wait, when you say like that, there's a clear difference between the wall.
She got a tan from being buried. Motherfucking son don't reach on the ground. She is dead.
We spent 12 million looking for her. We hope she's alive.
That's dumb. That's a waste. You could have gave me that, and I would have told you that she dead.
See, that's why you get. That's why he gets laughs at his shows, because the national sentiment
is that she's still out there.
It
somewhere.
isn't that it's a small, cute white girl. It's a thing of you've spent so much fucking money on this girl. Yeah. We're pissed off.
And there's still that little bit of British hope that she's still out there somewhere.
Like, that bitch dead as hell.
Like every now and again, like when BLM came out, they were like, fuck these black people. Madeline is out there, front page. They were like, really?
Yeah.
But even white people, like, why the fuck is this on the front page?
Oh, the ones that were marching with us.
Shit like that happens in the States. It happens all the time. People will go, I wonder how they're going to find, where they're going to find the body. That's a sentiment. And where they're going to find the body. Because it's not missing where.
Yeah, no, they still got hope. It's dumb.
Carrying the person. No.
They have suspects all the time. Nothing,
it's
nothing
dumb.
comes.
It's dumb.
Yeah. New suspect.
What was your wife saying?
Yeah, so she was saying that about times. Now I go, okay, so what about in other art forms then, like film stuff? And she goes, yeah, she goes, it's really just about the topic. That's all. And I go, oh, so what if it's like a song and it's about someone stabbing, drugs? She goes, oh, I don't care about that. And I go, oh, so what if someone's on stage joke about that? She goes, yeah, I wouldn't care. I'd laugh. She goes, but if it's a topic that I don't like, then it doesn't matter what art form it is, I just don't like it. Right. And I was going, and then I started getting into an argument with her about something that really wasn't what we was arguing about. So I was going, yeah, but comedians are allowed to argue, allowed to joke about that, and usually they're trying to show the hypocrisy of this and that. And she goes, yeah, I mean, it's fine, but I just don't like it. And then I go, and she goes, it's not like I'm telling them to stop telling the joke. I was like, actually, okay, yeah, then we're on the same page.
We're on the same page.
She goes, she goes, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But also, a comic is going to over exaggerate everything just to put your point across. Would Ricky Gervais really adopt a black African child?
That's what makes it funny.
And make fun of this child?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
but his whole point is
he doesn't even want kids.
I don't want kids, and people keep asking me why don't I want kids. He was like, wouldn't it be better if I adopted a kid?
Yeah, so he's like,
and not just like a normal. Like I'll take one from like a really.
So this is how it would play out.
Yeah.
Now I ask you again: should I have kids?
Yeah. Do I look like the person that should have kids? I'm not going to be a good parent. So like some people, like we know a bunch of people that, or know of a bunch of people that have kids that aren't good parents, and you should have, and they've got more than one, and you're like, your first one got taken away from you. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't have had a second one, because you know some people, some people are such bad parents that as soon as the baby is out of the vagina, they take it off them.
Okay, that sounds that.
Did you enjoy? That was like an Instagram video. You had 1 minute. Well done, thank you.
You can't have one of these.
Yeah. So one guy's going, "Hey, I'm not for this life."
Yeah.
Stop asking me why. But it is that's like you're saying. Yeah. It will. But his whole point is the topic is. I'm taking
my parent.
I'm taking the African child away, and we're treated poorly. But the target is me. I'm not a good parent.
Yeah. And obviously, if you clip just the way you're talking about the African child,
it looks hella mad. It looks
terrible, and that's what happens a lot. You just clip the bit that you don't like. This is why I don't like it. You put a caption on it. Bang, 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 bang.
But in Ricky's defense. And every comedian's defense, but for this special, and people talk about, Dave Chappelle stood up for stand-up comedy and blah blah blah, and he did, no hands down about it. But Ricky's special is all about you're not even understanding what people are saying in general. You're not understanding what people are saying on Twitter. You're not understanding what people are posting, what people are saying in their conversations with you. You're just saying, if I went, oh man, as a black person, I was like, I don't really like that Sainsbury's advert. Fucking Uncle Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't even heard me out to say why I don't like it. No, I haven't even seen it. Yeah. But his whole thing is, you're just taking this one thing and then you're going online and whatever and being like, this person's like
no
this.
one's having a conversation.
Yeah, you're not even.
Yeah, of course.
They've already got rid of context.
Context is gone. It's like guitar. I don't want guitar lessons.
It's the guitar lessons. Yeah, that one bit just summarizes the whole internet perfectly.
See a sign, guitar lessons, £10 or whatever. You see the number, you call it up. I don't want guitar lessons.
It's like,
hello, you giving away guitar lessons? Don't fucking want them. Puts the phone down. What? No one asked. No, okay, don't call me then.
Well, that's where we've gotten to, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's generational to a degree. Some old people that still trying to be hip and young is piss me off. Stop trying to keep up with what the fuck these idiot kids are doing. But because my mom and my aunts, they don't give a. I mean, they laugh at some cold. They still laugh at Red Fox and some shit.
I don't think so.
My mum laughs at my harshest jokes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Anytime I'm on stage, and I was going to say, like, your mama is an example of someone who's seen us all. Anytime I'm on stage and I'm talking about something that's not that bad, your mother looking at me.
Remember the last show, my birthday, and my mum's head was down and stuff like that.
Like, if you don't get, when I called the girl, Nicole Sugar Nigga, whatever I called her, your mom was like, this is the great. She was dying, but when I was just talking about some regular shit, your mom was like, this is.
But even, like,
I was only ever playing for his mom, playing for his mom.
Vittorio had my mum in stitches as well.
Yeah. So you gotta, like, I think it's generational because, like, our parents are like, it's a comedian. I think our parents,
and also what you said at the beginning,
they grew up within context because they had to, because you might actually lose your life.
And also, what you said, my mum in Charlton, she was, you know, like when you're a kid and you're like, oh, I'm gonna walk on this wall and be like, she's walking on a wall and some skinhead,
that's fucking
just spat in her face.
Yeah.
So my mum's like, you said something. Okay.
Yeah, that's my
Someone, like skinheads have chased me.
That's what I told you.
They didn't even care that I was half white. You know what I mean? My mum's like, they don't give a fuck.
What my granddad said, he said, if somebody calls you a nigger and that's the worst thing to happen in your day, you're having a pretty good fucking day. So I was like, that's where he came from. So I'm like, I'm gonna get bent out of shape. Somebody called me something online or said they didn't like my comedy.
Although when people come on my page and comment something stupid, I'm in my feelings.
I think another thing as well is
I'm gonna be. If I get to that point, I'm gonna be that guy just battling dons. I know I am. Some guy came on when I did that gym thing. I was eating all the snacks. Some girl, actually, the gyms are closed because it's actually unsafe for you to be in the gym. Blah blah blah. And then she went, "I've never seen a black man with a nose stud." I was like, so you've never seen Tupac? I responded to her. I said, you've never seen Tupac in your life.
What she said?
She didn't respond. And then people, this is what I love. I was like, do I have fans? Because people came into the comments and just started fucking her up.
That's lit.
I was like,
lit.
Yes!
I would never read the comments because I know I have enough crazy cousins and sisters who were ready to go after somebody.
Oh, mate, you've seen that on my Facebook.
Yeah,
well, I've had to tame other people because it's like someone's commented. It's like, what is this? What is this? Who's this guy? I was like, don't worry, he's a comedian. He's telling a joke.
I've said to my
okay then.
I've said to my mum,
call the others
because I clicked on his picture and I'm just seeing this. Okay then.
I've said to my mum, if I make it, and I can get to a position where you don't have to work, like make it, yeah. I know for a fact, from the moment your eyes open to the moment your eyes close, you're going to be in them forums just battling anyone that says anything about me. Well, you don't even know, actually. He worked really hard to get in the
You don't know.
You can go anywhere in the world you want, mum, but you're right here in front of the laptop. What are you doing?
My mom like, she'd be like, they're probably right. My mom, let's go sailing.
That's my mum. She'd be like, she'll back me in public. Get in the house, you fucking idiot. Look, tell some better jokes. Why are they in the forum talking shit about you like this? They're right, you know. Your first 3 specials were funnier than your last 3. What? Okay, shit. Do you like this house? Do you want to stay here?
Do you like this house? There are alternatives.
Go get your other sons. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You don't have any. So.
No, the thing as well is that with the internet, it's made different groups of people be able to see each other that they've never been able to see.
That's also true.
And I think that's the issue. So
it's snowflakes and the rest.
So
those are the people.
What usually happens with these comedians is I perform in front of 100 people, 5 people like me. They've now taken they've locked my name in their head. Cool. You go to another show, 5 people like me. Cool. And then when you do your show,
I was hoping more than 5.
No, like I'm talking about these 5 people who buy tickets to your show.
Yeah, like your fans.
So then when you do your show now, these guys have come. I saw this guy last year. He was great. This is why I'm here. And that's it. and then only people who saw you perform were those people, and that's it. And it's great. Whereas now it's like it could be 10,000 people watch it, but then there's 20,000 complaints about the show, and these 20,000 people didn't even watch the show.
No,
they
of
just
course,
heard a bit,
That's why
It's
those
'cause that's
TV
the-
things could help or hurt you, because you could go on there and do like whatever thing. You could be like, okay, here's my set, but your fans are like, that's not what you do.
Yeah.
Unless that is what you know what I mean. But it's usually not.
Yeah.
And then the people watching you go, okay, this is what I like. Then they go see your other shit and they fucking hate it. And then your fans saw that and they don't like it.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening with Kevin.
Yeah.
He's in fucking Jumanji,
Exactly, so-
and all these nice
things.
films.
And people are like, he's funnier in the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he writes,
Happened to Tracy Morgan.
10 years
30 Rock,
10 years
yeah.
ago, but then he writes, if my son's gay, I'm gonna smash a dollhouse over his head. That's not the guy from Jumanji.
Yeah.
Tracy Morgan's like, people go watch SNL or 30 Rock and they think that's me. And you see Tracy on stage, you be like,
It's shocking because they can't understand that he's playing a character in a sitcom, but really he's talking about
But then,
dirty.
and,
Right.
But then this goes back to what my wife was saying: is you've seen the character on TV show, so I see the stand up, I'm seeing the real you. So then when you're telling the jokes, they're like, oh, they said that. They said, oh,
but this is why I say it's important
Yeah,
to
and
build
it's-
and tour and build your
so
fan
is
base.
that- yeah.
That's how if Burr was Burr and did that SNL monologue, but he was living like Kevin, that would have been it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The reason is Burr's built up his fan base from touring and he was like, and I'm sticking to what I do and I don't change it for nothing. I'll do a movie, but this is I do stand up and shouting it, and so you can't. That's what people were like when people were complaining. Even white girls who were liberals, like, I like Bill. This is what he does.
Yeah.
I
It's
think,
like this is him. Do not try.
That was,
Do not try.
that was everyone's counter argument to anyone
Yeah.
complaining about Bill's birthing was, have you not seen Bill Burr before?
Yeah.
That was it. That was
I
it.
think
It
you're
wasn't-
onto a point.
This is what he meant, and it's have you not seen Bill Burr before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just find out who this
See,
guy is.
also that video, obviously, no offense, and there's not a shot at all, but there's two different levels. But that Kane Brown video, when he steps out on stage and the woman goes, "Shut up," and he asks her, "Have you not seen me before?"
Yeah.
Like, do you know what you're doing right now, heckling me? Like, it's not good.
Yeah.
And the whole clip is him just roasting this girl for about 12 minutes.
Yeah.
For about 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
It's fucking long, bro.
It's so bad.
No. I used to watch it once a week. It had me in tears.
Mate, it's so bad. And what's worse about it is she wasn't even telling him to shut up.
Oh,
So you know, Miss,
really
but the host,
Actually, she was telling
Someone
else to shut up.
That's been
Because
talking all
because
that
he's
to
on
him.
stage now.
Hilarious.
So it's just like she's like, shut up, and then he's like, what?
but it was all in
You know,
sync.
Kane's voice like,
Yeah.
did you tell someone to shut up? Does he know who I am?
He comes out,
he's
the
literally-
music stops. He's like,
literally-
it's late tonight, innit?
Mate.
Shut up.
Mate,
Wow.
mate, but it's the music,
Yeah.
And everyone goes, ooh.
It feels, even though it's not the 90s, it all feels so 90s.
I can see
It's like that.
he's
It's
on
all
his
happening.
IG.
And it's just like,
He's on his IG.
Nah, just type Kane Brown into YouTube.
Oh,
It must be his most highest played
yeah,
video.
that's the thing.
If it's got 100,000 views, 98,000 of those are me.
and the funny thing is like, people who don't know Kane Brown think that's him now.
Yeah, of course.
But I've seen Kane go at someone
It is, but it's
for
nice.
not laughing.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry that up the creek. He was demolishing the
He
crowd.
did it at Millfield Theatre. He was like, "How are 299 people laughing, but you're sat there like this?" And the guy was Indian, and he was like, "What are you thinking about your conservatory or something?" Indian people got a conservatory in the back of their house for their 58,000 kids that live in their house. I was like, "What the
Gee,
fuck?"
he let it rip.
He went in, but
That's the
listen,
thing. The viral
Kane
video
roasted
of
me
you-
once
Kane roasted my
before I
brother.
was a comedian.
Kane roasted my
Mr.
brother.
CK said, "Come and watch a show." And I came to watch Saturday Front with my girl, and he was like, "Look at this guy here. She bullies him. I can tell. I can tell. Look at him. I know she's a bitch. I can tell by her face." He was right.
He's got many talents.
He annihilated my brother at Hideaway. My brother was in the front row celebrating his birthday. Didn't know I was related to him at all.
Oh.
And stuff. So he was just reached to my brother. It's my
Yeah.
the gold teeth and everything. Yeah,
Your
but,
brother who's like a problem. I
yeah,
was
but
like, this
he's
is not the nigga fuck.
but he's exactly that type of guy in the sense of he's so big and that he finds everything funny enough.
yeah,
to
he's like,
tip
well,
it.
I'll kill
Yeah.
The biggest guy doesn't care because everyone knows here I'll fuck you up.
See, that's what so
let's just have a laugh, shall we?
That's what Kane was just ripping into about all the gold he was wearing. Just like, I know you're a shotter. I know you sell drugs. and he was just laughing, just like, he goes, I know you do something. I know you sell drugs. No.
Oh.
No. He'd be the baitest shotter in the world.
Oh, yeah. Look at me. Here comes Debo. Look at me. but that's the thing. I think whatever goes viral is your thing. Like, I don't know if you saw the Finn Taylor thing. Did you guys read up on it?
Yeah, I read up it. And some people told me
that's a Paul Chowdhury joke that you don't even know about.
Who's Finn?
He does a roast battle against Finn Taylor, and the whole joke throughout the whole thing, is no one knowing who Finn Taylor is.
Oh, wow.
That's rude. So
that's horrible because Paul Chowdhury is really fucking famous.
Yeah. He was like, he did some joke like, if Finn Taylor,
you click finger famous. Click famous. Stephen.
He goes,
we talk about people walking up to you in the street saying, "Hey, you Stephen A. Smith." No one's ever done this to you, Stephen. You. Click finger famous.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
But the minute when he's like, no one knows who the fuck Finn Taylor is, and his closing joke was something like, you keep making jokes that I look like a terrorist, but if there was a terrorist attack and we called out ISIS and was like, yeah, you killed Finn Taylor, ISIS would be like, who the fuck is Finn Taylor?
So he's doing his thing. He's one of them sort of middle class white brothers. He's done his thing.
Where's that from?
Kevin Hart.
It's Kevin Hart.
Where have I seen
what special? It's one of the specials, isn't it? Where Finn Taylor obviously gone to Edinburgh a few times, and he was on Have I Got News for You, which is like a sort of panel show, and he made a joke that he doesn't like Jeremy Corbyn fans. He says he likens them to this famous musician, I can't remember, Bob Dylan, I think, or something like that. And he said they're like Bob Dylan fan. I don't like Jeremy Corbyn like I don't like Bob Dylan. Because I don't like his fans. And then imagine we can get rid of Jeremy Corbyn fans. There's 200,000 of them. Imagine if we bomb Glastonbury, and that was the joke. That was the joke.
Apparently, it did die on the show. In front of the Zoom audience.
Yeah, it didn't really get a laugh. And then Paul Hislop, the other comedian, was like, "That's your career over." So then, obviously, he goes online, and then the Corbyn fans are in his tweets,
essentially proving this point in a weird way.
They were going for blood. You're not funny. You're this. You're not that. And then people now are like, can't you make a joke? Because obviously some people are like, I feel threatened now at public places because of this joke.
Mate,
not ISIS. Just joke.
Yeah, because being a Corbyn fan is like being black. It's like being black, right? Being a Corbyn fan, people could just see that you're a Corbyn fan when you walk the streets.
It's like black people, Corbyn fans, and vegans. We can see them a mile away.
But that's what people say. People say it's a call to violence because some right wing person will listen to this,
thing that happened with rap in America and how Luke and them got the fucking.
They tried to make a law, didn't they?
Label, because it's like, you're saying all this, and it's like there used to be talk shows, used to be all these debates, and now nobody says shit. All those same corporations and those same motherfuckers talking shit.
Want the endorsement?
Listen to it. Yeah, they want.
They've got these guys in their adverts and stuff.
They go,
Snoop Dogg on the Just Eat.
You know what I'm saying? It's like this motherfucker wasn't allowed.
For real, I love that song.
He wasn't allowed in some countries
I love that song. I sing it every time it's on.
Oh, the change, yeah.
But rappers got that because rappers.
Chicken wings in the crib I'm sitting in.
Because that was a part of rap. They would diss each other, but they would come together and then they would fucking go. And they would be like, no, we're all rappers.
Tacos to the chateau.
Comedians don't do that.
I think we need to do more of that, and I think that's the issue. I think we don't see, or the public do not see comedy as entertainment. I think that's the issue. They do not see it as this person is on stage trying to entertain us, and things they may say may be true, and things they will say will not be true. I think they take it all as true.
That's what I'm saying. Even if a rapper is saying, like, okay, you get YG. If you talk about the shit he talks about, this nigga's done the shit. There's no denying that he's done it. He's like, well, I did the shit. His bullet wounds, his other shit, his court, I'm in trouble now, is everything. But I'm talking about it, and you know I'm talking about it, you know it's real, and this is still my expression of art doing it. So even if Chappelle is up there, or Chris Rock talking about his affair, or Chappelle's talking about how he likes to fuck feet, or whatever it is, they're talking about Kevin like, I don't know if my daughter's getting kind of loose in these streets, I need to check this out. That's their real thing, but it's still, they're giving it to you in their art form.
Of course.
It's like a painting or a movie. I'm giving you something that has happened or can happen, but here's it, and it's an expression of art. It's not Kevin going and having a fucking.
He's not going on a rant. Like, what's his name?
In the middle, and like forcing.
Kramer.
Yeah, and just, or even just like being like, oh, I'm Kevin, I'm a news anchor, and I'm supposed to report you the truth. Or I'm a doctor, I'm supposed to tell you the truth. And I'm a psychiatrist, whatever, and here's a bunch of stuff. He's like, I'm a comedian, I'm gonna make jokes about some stuff that make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
For the first part is that I'm uncomfortable, so I'm gonna joke about it because I don't go to therapy. You know what I mean? Like defense mechanism. I don't deal with my issues. And then your job is just to laugh or not.
Facts.
And leave it there.
Yeah.
Like I said, my mom and them used to laugh, generational. My mom was like, we would go home from a club or go home from, you go see Pryor or whoever, you would laugh. You would be like, yeah, I saw Pryor, he said this. And you maybe could recite it, maybe couldn't. You say the joke, people go see him, that's it. You didn't leave and go, I didn't like what because you knew what you were going to see. You understood that it was comedy. You understood that a lot of these people say some things, whatever. So if you are sensitive about something, then don't go.
But I think a lot of the time, it's just popping up in people's timelines. And I think people, whether they're comedy fans, whether they're not, they may be comedy fans. They may just, their tone has changed. But they see the hyperbole in the caption. Kevin Hart called his daughter a hoe. Oh my God, aren't we supposed to be protecting black women? This is the problem, black men. So they infuse two separate issues. Black men don't protect black women, and Kevin Hart calls his daughter a hoe. Infuse the two. Then he's like, right, that's true.
Yeah.
Why are we not protecting black women? This is wrong. He's a superstar.
And then what ends up happening is if you disagree about the joke, you're now someone who doesn't like black women.
You don't support black women.
It's like, no, you've put those two things together. It's like there's separate things.
Yeah, it's just people married the two.
Yeah.
The people that are doing this, woke or whatever you want to say, cancel culture, they're doing the same thing the conservative people did when rap came out. Same thing when they were doing all that. So the same people who were like, we don't want this, NWA can't perform, and all you people who would have been like, yeah, let NWA say what they want. Like now you enjoy all these rappers. Everybody like rapping R&B. Everybody like
what you're saying is 100% true.
Everybody like all these guys and girls, right? Nicki Minaj. You think Cardi B could say, you think there could be a song called WAP without Luke fighting for fucking whatever the fucking show you bust your pussy open, so whatever all his, I can't remember shit, but Uncle Luke from Miami Bass was like the main one, and he would say like 2 Live Crew would say some wild shit, and they fought in court and they did all that shit, so that now Cardi B can say the shit she says, and now you want to tie it to women empowerment, and that's fine. Make the Stallion black women empowerment, that's fine. You can tie it to that, but don't forget who So you're doing the job that those white house moms and dads were doing back then.
A very good point.
You're doing that. You're doing that to comedians now, and then later there's going to be some female comic or some woke comic who's going to want to come out and talk about being transgender or whatever it is that they're going through, and they're not going to be able to talk about it because it's going to make too many people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And now you've effectively.
You've cancelled your own voice.
Yeah,
because
you've cancelled your own.
Very good points, man.
It's a stupid circle that they don't see coming.
That was it. So that was the point I heard. I can't remember where I heard it or who said it, but they said that the politics isn't a spectrum; it's a circle.
It is.
And those who are on the far left and the far right are
exactly
the same in the sense of just intolerance of the other side. Don't hear it and stuff, and they actually have the similar ideals of I just want to hear my perspective. I don't want to hear the other side and stuff. So that's why the best politicians, the best countries tend to have someone who is more centrist, who goes, okay, we'll take a little bit of some left-wing things here, let's have some universal healthcare, let's have that, but then let's take some right-wing things, let's have some capitalism because we do want to make some bloody money. It's like
I think the dictators are the best.
But the thing, if you had a benevolent dictator, if you had a dictator who goes, look, I've got all your best interests.
Hey, whenever there's a dictator, those people, those countries did not get out of line. We had no issues when Saddam was in charge.
Only place I've been to that
when Shea was in charge, we had no issues with you, man.
Place I've been to that actually has seemingly a benevolent dictator is Brunei. I've been to Brunei, so you got the salt.
But obviously Hollywood's not happy with Brunei. Obviously had the Ellen DeGeneres thing saying boycott the Sultan of Brunei.
They can boycott that, but it's just one guy's voice, so it's just like he's the Sultan. So
go there and say it to him.
That's what I'm saying. But that's exactly it though. Hollywood can be upset. If you go to Brunei, they're not.
Yeah.
The people in Brunei are not.
You've done that. What are the people of Brunei going to do?
Where the fuck is Brunei?
On Borneo. So you've got like.
Where the fuck is Borneo?
So Malaysia, Indonesia, all those places.
You been?
It's like.
Is it near Peckham?
That's his compass point. You're like Junior Booker.
Like
you know
rice.
South London.
No, you do it like rice. Chinese and Japanese people and Korean, that's just plain steamed rice. And then the Southeast Asian is the brown rice with like veggies, like the stir fry.
Where is it near where the Americans bombed?
Where's that's
the whole we bombed a lot of that.
I'm about to say that Vietnam. What are you talking about? Hiroshima
on the map. You gonna find
Hiroshima. Don't worry about it.
Nah, but
Jeez.
no, but Brunei
teach PE or history.
They have so obviously you got the Sultan who's just been there, and their shit is like when you get to 18.
When someone's still called the Sultan,
real talk.
don't fuck with that place.
Yeah, it's the Sultan.
That's the first place I heard the Sultan, a fucking Disney movie.
Yeah, Aladdin.
And they were like, "Hey, don't fuck with this guy."
Yeah.
You guys, this dude, right? So he's Sultan, and he when you get to 18 in Brunei, if you declare yourself as homeless, because in Brunei you don't have homelessness, we don't have that here. We don't do them things around here. Build your house.
It's like I'm moving to Brunei.
Wait, straight up build your house, and then my tour guide is telling me, "Go, oh, so did you have any friends from Brunei? Is at university?" I was like, "No." He goes, "Oh, you missed out. You should have had friends from Brunei." I go, "Why?" They go, "To study abroad in the UK, the Sultan gives that student £30,000." And I was just like, "What, for the whole of uni?" She goes, "Oh no, per year." And I was like, "What? You're on a salary to go to study in the..."
That's how universities used to be.
I gotta tell you something. That sounds a lot better than anybody in the
right.
Village.
Right, so say,
like you're not doing nothing else.
If you gave me 30 grand in a house, I'd let you talk shit to me.
There you go.
Be the Sultan.
There you go.
Be the Sultan. If Trump came out now, it's like
be whatever fruit you want to call yourself.
No, but that's
everybody gets 30 grand in a house. Hey, you know what, Trump? Hey,
the Sultan, the raisin.
Where's my hat?
It's true though. It's true. It's like it's your parents.
What size you got?
It's your parents.
This is blood red. I'm a crib, but I still wear it.
I changed my allegiance, guys.
No, but it's your parents. If they do right by you and then they tell you can't go out, you go, okay, so I can't go out because they have literally given me a room in this house and they pay me, they give me food and they're taking care of me.
I know a lot of people go to Ellen shows and a lot of them don't help the homeless person right there with
if your
sandwich.
parent is a piece of shit and they go, oh, you can't go out, you're like, fuck you, mum.
Yeah, you're
going out.
On it. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Well,
but that's what it is.
If you're white,
if
you're white,
no, if
I don't know no black person that's gone, fuck you, mum.
I knew one.
And walked out the house and was able to get back inside the house.
Even if their mum was a crackhead.
I said new.
Hey, I don't even tell crackheads to fuck off because I don't know what they about.
Yeah.
They got crack strength. You can't even beat them up.
That's a circle, man. It's a stupid circle of, and you can't argue that point with a person who's like, let's cancel it. Let's go. You first of all, that person's allowed to think and feel and say things they want to say.
It literally is his country.
He can do what he wants. You don't have to consume
It's like going to someone's house and being like, I don't think you should have this car.
They're literally
change it immediately.
No, you are.
Otherwise, I'm going on Twitter.
The freedom, the responsibility that you have to claim from that stuff doesn't come from you. It comes from the people that they are in line with. And then my responsibility isn't to people who aren't even on my same shit. I don't have responsibility to motherfuckers that are conservative and in the Klan. If they don't like what I'm saying, that has nothing to do with me. My responsibility is to these people. Like Farrakhan's responsibility is to Nation of Islam people. If you don't like what Farrakhan is saying, it's probably because you're not in the fucking Nation of Islam and you should not watch that shit and go somewhere else. He's allowed to say it. He's allowed to feel it. I had this argument with a girl once who ended up leaving the date, and I fucked a friend out of spite.
That wasn't necessary for the story.
It was because I want her to remember. She gonna remember when she watched it because she still watched my shit because she's all. But
I'll clip this.
That's not a joke.
I'll clip this bit. I'll clip this bit out for you.
Keep it. No, keep it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll do a 1 minute clip for you.
Make this the Phileo Huff, one of a kind.
But I argue when I said David Duke, who was like this big Klan guy, was like, he's allowed to say what he wants to say. She's like, how could you say that? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, because he's a human being around a lot. I don't have to listen to David Duke. I don't have to believe him. But he empowers other people. So fucking what?
If I care that much, I'll just give the opposite message.
Exactly.
And
there's other people they can listen to. They aren't listening to them already. There's people who are more influential than David Duke.
You just asked him, how comes you don't listen to David Duke? Exactly. They're like, because I don't listen to him. There you go.
There's more people.
There's a lot of people like you.
Want to hear that. Telling them it's not allowed and forcing it down their throats is not going to change that situation. If anything, they're going to seek it out more. When your parents told you you can't watch certain things, TV shows. What the fuck did you go do?
Watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Sarah Silverman was saying something like that. I saw a clip which went viral. She was on the pod and she was talking about when we banish people, like when we say you're wrong, you're terrible, we're cancelling you, where do you think those people go? And she's making the point. They go and find people who've been cancelled too, who are against the woke movement or whatever it is.
And they were angry huddle.
And then they build a huge fan base.
They build a fan base.
It's a fucking huge. Listen, people were making fun of Parler or whatever that new.
Yeah.
That shit's growing.
Of course.
That shit's growing.
What's
Parler?
It's like a Twitter alternative. It's basically anyone who's been kicked off Twitter.
Conservative.
Goes to Parler. And then there's some people who see Parler go, I don't even need to be kicked off Twitter. Fuck Twitter. I'll go there
because this is the people who think like I think I went on it. And here's the fucked up part. I went on it. I was like,
fans.
I was like, I could get fans from these fucking people. And then I was reading some stuff. I was like, I was like, you know what?
L-E-O?
I don't like it. I don't like this guy. But he said one thing. I said, oh, that's actually a fair point. So, you know what I mean?
But you've got the ability, like I think everyone in this room, to pick out a point of someone you dislike, disagree with, diametrically opposed to, but then go, oh, but that is a valid point, what that person said. Whereas a lot of people online are just so binary in the sense of, it's ironic that they're so binary with their thought, but that is like, no, it's like, actually, people get upset that you just haven't like condemned someone else. I can't believe you fucking don't hate this person. It's like, but it doesn't mean that I share their views. It's just like, So but you've got to say you hate Katie Hopkins. It's like, and I mean, and I was like, I don't know her. I don't really know her.
You're not going to do the research necessary to develop an opinion on this person.
Yeah, I get it. I've seen what she says. She says annoying things, and I think she does it just to get attention. Same as Candace Owens.
It works.
It
fucking works.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you get attention.
Because obviously people retweet. Oh my god, I can't believe she said that. Another share. Retweet. I can't believe she said this.
And when
another
you
share.
That shit is going to share to someone who agrees.
It's algorithm.
It's that simple. I just never. Like I said, you can't have that conversation. It's just like when you argue. If you argue with your girlfriend or whatever, fuck, or whoever, somebody.
Which one?
Like exactly. If you're like, yo, like we were talking about, and I was talking about the food. And it was like, if you say I want Thai food, and your girl's like, I don't want Thai food. Okay, well I'm gonna get Thai food. Well, if you get Thai food, then we not fucking because I don't want Thai food. Yeah, but it ain't.
There's nothing to do with that. You can still get whatever food.
Well, in this house, I don't want to smell no fucking Thai food. What the fuck? Like I can't.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what it is having that conversation with anyone and the cancel or whatever. It's that same conversation of like, well, I like Bill Burr.
And my thing is,
like Bill Burr, and if you like Bill Burr, you're equal. Like, whoa.
And the hilarious thing is, cancel culture isn't just on the left. It's on, it's on both sides in the sense of they're both just such fucking babies.
And
forgetting that.
And politics in comedy as well is an issue as well, because if you say you affiliate with one political party, it's almost like
but it's to me, I said in the group, it's a white issue. It's a white issue to affiliate with one side. It's because they don't have an identity that when they walk on stage, they can just go, I'm black guy. I'm African American. I'm British Nigerian. I'm British Jamaican. You're like a mix up of things.
Did you call me moist?
Like a mutt.
Moist.
He got mad. Look at his eyebrows.
Moist.
Calm down, King, bro.
No. Do you call me moist? No, a mutt. Oh, cool. I'll take mutt.
Southeast London, baby.
What is he? Antigua?
Which one's my camera?
I don't know. I don't even know. Generally, I don't know. You got that Somalian joke that they claimed you.
Yeah, but he's not.
And what if they did? You got a problem with that?
And Nigerian
and English.
And
white.
And privileged, basically.
How much white you got on you?
Quarter, 20%.
Depends on how many women are in the room. Hey! Hey, guess free. Hey, whoa. Which one's my camera? As soon as I said it, I was like, that got a good reaction. I hope no one works that out. And then you was like, wait, what?
He was like, how can I tear this down?
Basically, I went to Amsterdam one time and.
He's cool. He's secret light skin.
Yeah.
You me?
Yeah. So you revealed it to me.
So what? You were quarter white. What else?
No,
I'm a third white.
If he showed you his shoulder. this guy's a secret light skin.
I'm a third white.
No.
Okay, third white.
There's no
third Nigerian.
Third wife, third Nigerian. Okay.
This is poor Babs.
Okay, how are we getting the third? It should be a quarter or half. How are you getting third?
Because my dad is fully. All right, so
You're half.
I'm I'm half Antiguan.
Yeah.
And then a quarter English. And a quarter Nigerian.
Okay.
So I'm more black than white. Fuck off.
Yeah, definitely.
Nobody's arguing that.
How am I secret light skin? You have to be 50-50.
No, because you. Yeah, but I'm all black.
Yeah.
Are you know?
all black.
I'm New Zealand. I'm all black.
Are you like in New Zealand?
Yeah, both my parents.
Wait, is Dino mixed or Dino?
Dino's
mixed.
His white mom.
No,
dad.
black mum.
White dad.
Secret white dad.
Secret white oppressor.
That's why that didn't work out.
Yeah, he don't. Yeah, he just has.
We've heard that story before.
A grey outline of the picture.
That's not good.
Now go and get back on the field.
Yeah. They don't even look sexy. I was gonna say, you ever seen those? You be like,
He's my friend.
This looks bad.
He's my friend.
It won't be after this one. Well, not when this says.
Go get back on the field. And that's late slavery accent too. That ain't early.
Now wipe them
American.
tears off and get back on that
This
field.
is South Mississippi.
That's 10 years before slavery.
I don't want to
ended.
see you cry if I'm using it for lubrication. Go get yourself back on that field now.
That's the last 10 years of slavery racism right there.
Bama. He's like,
That's bad.
oh dear, no, but it's
that one.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm full black. Just like true story.
But just to come back to the topic at hand, what is it?
True stories.
You're not talking about cancer, and I'm talking about like how obviously people can.
Hey, we should cancel the NHS, man.
No, that was
You wanna pay for
Fresh
healthcare?
Prince. Fresh Prince.
I already do.
reunion. Oh shit.
I already do, Michael. I was a booper now with Access.
How much you pay a
Now
month?
go and get back on that field now. I was paying £90 a month. Found a new deal. They was like, "We'll give you
£90 a month.
Do you pay it? Do you get it through work or privately?
No, okay. So,
The
quick
person.
side note. We'll go through this quickly because I want to show you how my quarter white works for me. I was playing rugby.
Yeah.
Bupa came, when we was under 16s, Bupa came.
Yeah.
They were like, "We'll give you a discounted rate until your child is 18." So I did doing like something like £60 a month.
Yeah.
I turned 18. It went up a little bit. I was like, I'm just gonna cancel this. I'm paying for it,
And they went, "No,
and nothing's happening. Like I've never been injured really.
Yeah.
I haven't injured in ages where I need this, blah blah. And then my mum was like, "Nah, keep it. You never know." Hurt my arm 2 weeks later. Needed surgery.
What do you do?
I tore my bicep tendon.
Wanking.
What down or up or
Down.
elbow? Okay.
Yeah.
Wanking.
Yeah. And then I went back on the film, man. And then basically,
I don't like that you sound like Scarface.
it was getting really expensive, and I just found a new provider. But what it does, my point is, if you can get it, get it.
Yeah,
It's the same It's the same doctors.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same doctors. But
Oh, he knows. He knows what.
no, I just wanted to know. I'm not trashing. I'm not really
No,
trashing.
they just open a different cabinet. You've seen
No,
it.
let's go to a different hospital,
No,
mate.
it's the same. No, because sometimes it's the same hospital. They literally like, all right, so you're private. It's like, no, NHS. Okay, wrong cupboard. Wrong cupboard.
That actually
This
works.
is
This is the real vaccine.
placebos.
This
Go
is
ahead.
and they
Go ahead. Get back on that field now.
Go out there and be somebody.
Go and take this. Go. You want 1 or 2 injections today to go back on that field.
This one, side effects is you might lose your dick on this one. So what's in the other cupboard? Don't worry about that. You'll never see.
I've never
seen that.
I've never seen the other cupboard because they just send me to another hospital.
Yeah,
Where they
So
take
how
your
much you pay a
bags.
month
Now I pay about 60 something.
Yeah, it's not.
But I get all the same things. I've got if I get cancer, I got free surgery
same.
and scans and X-rays, unlimited.
Yeah.
Unlimited this. Unlimited. The only thing I don't have on it is
Yeah, you pay period,
Or
doesn't
you
it?
die.
Yeah.
And then the more you pay, you're still gonna die, and you still pay for something.
Nah,
That's what I'm asking you.
the
Like,
only thing I don't have on mine is dental.
Yeah, UK's
No, but he never get.
UK's 2 tiers basically. It's just
It's amazing.
private-
When I did my
private
arm, I went in for a consultation because you have to go to your GP first,
Yeah.
and then they refer you. Yeah, so I did that. When I saw this one guy, he's like, "I'm gonna refer you to this sports surgeon. He does a lot, deals with a lot of
Specialist.
tennis players and stuff
yeah.
and their arms." I went and did that, and then maybe a week later, I was in
You know
surgery,
that Family Guy meme
and they
where they hold the
took my bags.
They treat you like a royalty.
And they brought me a menu. They was like, "What do you want for breakfast?" I was like, I picked something, but then on the back there was like notes, and I was a rugby player at the time. I was like, high calorie diet. Guy comes in, you want like 5 eggs, 5 sausages, beans, everything. I was like, yes, bring it now. TV, own toilet.
Family Guy meme.
It was fucking. I was like,
holding the card up.
I left a TripAdvisor review.
Oh yeah.
So you're down here with your. Okay, well, if you're up here, we care about you. Here you go.
No, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Have you got private healthcare?
Yeah, I've got private.
man.
Yeah.
Did you watch?
Because once
do you get free healthcare?
Of course not, man. I queue up like everyone else.
Like, you don't get to just walk to the. Like, if you went A&E, you would be like, I'm Michael Akadiri, I'm a surgeon.
No, I could do. Like,
he can't go on record and say that he gets private healthcare.
No, I could do. Fucking Jeremy Hunt had private healthcare. You don't give a toss. The former health secretary. But
I mean, you can't just go to the front of the queue. It's like, oh, it's a 4-hour wait. Make that 5.
If I work in a hospital and I know them, I could probably go behind and be like, book me in.
But you also know what's wrong with you, so you know.
Yeah. No, it happened to me.
This feels like
I fell in the bath. What is it? I fell in the bath.
How you fall in a bath?
Because he's old. He's 78 years old.
He's the same age as me. How old are you? Like, what's wrong with you, fam?
You know what it was? I was in the bath. I was just listening to some music. I was trying to soak it. I was trying to vibe, and then just my legs went, fell on my elbow. I was thinking, fuck, this hurts.
These fucking Afro beats.
Yeah, these fucking whiz kid. I'm 28. And then,
shit.
Yeah.
When did you turn 28?
July.
Oh, I thought you were still 27.
I just realised we got 8 minutes left. We didn't talk about Fresh Prince at all.
All right, let's wrap it. Let's
well, technically, we don't have 8 minutes left because it started late.
True. Right, let's talk about Fresh Prince. Has anyone watched it? Has anyone watched Reunion?
I watched it in the background. I've seen the highlights on Twitter. That's what happens. I see the highlights on Twitter. Then I'm like, okay, let me go watch it. But
did you watch it, Kazeem?
The Reunion?
Yeah.
No.
The main thing.
Let's not talk about it then. Let's not talk
Janet
about
Hubert.
If only me and Phileo have watched it, then
No, the main thing is that Will didn't give a toss when he was nodding his head when obviously he was talking to Aunt Viv, the first one, and she's all pouring her heart out to him. He's like,
You spotted that as well?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I know. I didn't give a toss.
Thank you.
Did he say that?
They did say it, doing it, but he's like, she's pouring her heart out to him. Like, oh my God,
Will apologise like how guys apologise.
I'm sorry, innit?
They didn't even say sorry. He was just, you know when you don't want to say sorry? So he's talking apologetically. He's like, it's just, I was 21. I had a lot of stuff going on. Now I understand.
I don't know my dad.
What? Yeah, it's all these whole heap of excuses. Now I understand what you was going through then. And da. And she's like, oh, yeah, thanks for your understanding. Then she goes, oh, I'm sorry for like blasting you for this many years. And he's like, yeah, and he just carries on talking. He
don't handle he even admits he don't handle confrontation and stuff well. He don't handle that at all. Did you watch the Red Table Talk though with her and him? They just did a Red Table Talk.
Did they?
I saw the promo for it. I've not checked it.
No, that's the real shit. Because then you can really see. Because then he gets to his dad used to beat his mom and all this other crazy shit about Will Smith. Like, you go, oh yeah, this is why he's funny all the time.
Yeah,
it's just like us. You go, so, what happened? Even if it isn't that bad,
yeah, there's something there because it's not normal to go on stage,
right?
And he's trying to get strangers' attention.
He's like always on.
Yeah.
We've had conversations,
comedians and strippers,
where it's not that like being funny. We just having an actual conversation. I was just talking to Kazeem about some shit. Yeah, mostly moaning, but it isn't.
Is my dick that big?
Always on. Yeah. He's always on.
Yeah. I still think his story is crazy because he wanted to be a rapper, but it sounds like, why do you do this acting thing? Was it Quincy Jones that caught him at a party? And then he made a career of something that wasn't what he essentially wanted to do. Yeah, and he's been successful at it.
He had no money.
Crazy.
He was like, I owe. And they were like, we can give you some more. He was like, for real?
That is sick. Imagine you've had this crazy career of something
21.
that you didn't initially want to do.
You know how much anxiety that guy's got?
Who?
Will Smith.
So imagine loads.
Apparently he every 5-10 minutes checks his bank account. Yeah. He doesn't believe it's real. He thinks one day it's going to open. It's going to open and gone.
Yeah. Well, essentially, if you come from poverty and you're now,
I've got nowhere near Will Smith money, and sometimes I be in Tesco's like, I know there's money in there. Beep.
Yeah, that's because you haven't got to that next level.
Yeah.
Imagine like Channel 4 or BBC or
what would you rather have?
Comes along and goes, Kazeem, we love you. Slide the contract across the desk and you look at it, you're like,
that's a lot of zeros.
You didn't even bring any legal representation with you. You're just like,
I'm going to need to send this to someone.
Because you didn't even think it was going to be that. And you just like, who?
Send it to Santander.
Yeah, when
there's going to be a large deposit being made. Don't cancel, don't block it. It's not fraudulent. I just want to let you guys know I'm only going to be here for a little while. I'm talking to Coots right now.
Level up Chelsea Building Society.
Yeah, just so you know, I know that's where the Queen banks.
You know the way I would buy a fucking second-hand tracksuit to walk into Coots to be like, I'll come to open the back. Just so they rush me at the door, like, you can't come in here, sir. I was like, no, I think I can.
I see 3 million.
They completely changed it. Mr. Griffiths, we didn't know.
But no, Will Smith got a lot of, like, you could. He talks about it. I'm not calling him out. He said he got a lot of shit to still work through. He had he probably just started doing therapy shit. And then all his life, plus his failed marriage. There's a lot of shit that happened that we don't think about it.
And at a young age. At a young age as well.
Young age.
How'd you feel the kid that no one cares about feels?
Trey?
Exactly.
I said it's a question.
Trey?
I said it as a full question.
If you got any, like, not even siblings really, if you just be around cousins, if you see your cousins, you see their dad, and you see if there's more than 2 of them, you can tell which one's the favorite. Trey's the favorite. No offense, Jaden and Willow. Trey is. Will still get emotional when he hang out with Trey, and I think that's because
that's cool. He hasn't made the song about the other 2.
That's cool.
He made just the 2 of us with Trey.
That's cool. That's cool. You're talking about Will, yeah.
You mean like the public?
It looks like.
Oh yeah. I mean, but they started.
Trey.
He wanted to play football, and then he kind of was a DJ for a while. I think he didn't want. He just is. He's that kid who...
Basically, how do you feel that you are the most unsuccessful Smith?
That's what I mean. I don't think he wanted to do it.
But the thing is, he's still rich. He could probably...
I think he's happy being Will Smith's son.
Exactly. He could probably get into places.
Jaden's not happy being Will Smith's son.
That's what I mean. Yeah, those guys, like, I need to get out of that shadow. I need to do something. I need to be my...
Oh, he's content.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm cool. Why?
You watch the videos and they travel together in Will's movies. He's like, I'm just hanging out with my dad.
I feel like I would have been the same.
Every day. Yeah, like...
If my parents were multi-millionaires and said, I'm just a fuck up.
He's still Will Smith's son.
I'm just a... I would just...
I would be that kid that's on drugs.
Yeah, that's the best.
I would be that it guy. I'd be on Celebrity.
I'd be like Tom Hanks' son.
He's not getting bullied at all like the other 2. Nobody gives a fuck about what he does.
That's because he didn't go on stage and say, yeah, me and Tyler created a kiss.
Yeah, he's not doing shit.
And if you want to do that, that's fine, but someone's going to say something to you.
He's just chilling his life. He's also
Tyler creates my boyfriend.
He's the least Hollywood kid because he was with his mom a lot and then going back and forth.
Yeah.
So he had almost like a normal life in a kind of different household versus the other 2 had everything. By the time they came out, these motherfuckers was rich.
It's so funny that Will Smith radio interview where they go like, oh, you obviously you've brought up Willow Jaden in a very liberal way, and he's like, yeah, probably too liberal.
Yeah. He says
that himself.
Like,
he goes,
Trey was raised on Bad Boys money, and they was raised on MIB money. That's different money. That's different money.
Yeah. Bad Boys won money.
Yeah. Bad Boys won money.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's like, hey, here's a check. Well, he's like,
but that's the thing. If you're the child of someone that rich and successful, why try?
It's true. You're gonna go. What
do you do?
No, but you're gonna go one or two ways.
Who celebrity has had a successful kid?
Charlie Sheen. Well, Martin Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
I said Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. There's
Jerry Stiller. Ben Stiller's bigger than Jerry Stiller to us.
Yeah.
True. A good point.
Baldwin's, they got any kids?
Nah. It's just them. It's not a lot. His point is valid. There's not a lot. There's like 3.
Why try?
Washington. Denzel Washington and John David. David John. Which way is it?
Well, his son.
Yeah. He's getting there.
Well, he had to change his name. And I know actors do that a lot.
Denzel Washington
son
is who?
Tenet and in Black Klansman.
Bruv, you must know.
No, I'm gonna Google this.
You know the one with all the hair?
That's the son.
Shut the fuck up.
Ballers? Do you watch that? Ricky Jarrett?
Yeah, I know Ballers. The one with Rock.
Yeah. Right, so he's Ricky Jarrett in that.
What's the name?
He doesn't look like him, but if you shut your eyes, he sounds exactly like him.
He sounds exactly like his father. That's just
and that's painful for him as well, because now you're trying to get out of your dad's shadow.
I love how he doesn't act.
This guy.
He don't even do the same kind of role. Tenet, even I was like, oh yeah, you're very different than your dad, which is dope for him. Because I feel bad for the Marley kids. If I was a Marley kid, I would have came out like I'm not doing peaceful reggae with locks. I'm coming out with the.
They still make money though. They make money.
Yeah. They're Marley kids. What are you gonna do?
No, but they're good.
The nephew or whatever, the one who's just now doing something. He was on the BET Cypher with Beanie Man and what's the guy's name? Bounty Killer.
Yeah.
And then
look at Diddy's sons.
Oh, yeah,
Diddy's sons cost her nothing.
He's doing it.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Diddy's son, exactly.
Right.
Diddy's son is doing shit. It's like, sit your ass.
So you got one or two options to go.
Run sons?
Yeah, exactly. It's you either follow in your parents' footstep and then you're in their shadow, and you're always striving to get bigger than that, or you just go, fuck it, I'm doing something else.
I would do something way different. Like I felt bad for Michael Jordan's son.
Yeah,
he can't play.
Mate, can't play. Things though, right? Yeah. I bet he's actually decent at basketball.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you know what his problem probably is?
You're not Michael Jordan.
I reckon it is. I'm sick of my dad. And if I try and be a basketball player, you know he's gonna be.
Oh, he stopped.
On me.
Of course.
Look at how Michael was on his teammates.
I imagine.
Now you've got my name on your back.
Yeah,
you better use your mum's name.
Michael Jordan's kids.
If you're gonna play like that,
Michael Jordan's kids be like.
My mum tells me that sometimes. But use your dad's name if you're gonna do that shit.
I use my dad's name for a lot of despicable shit.
No, I imagine Michael Jordan's kids would have been like playing basketball secretly with their friends.
Yeah, imagine.
Like secretly with their friends.
Wearing like, different trainers. You don't even like these, man. Don't even like these fucking shoes, man.
These shoes ain't even comfortable, man. I like these Adidas.
He actually bought out the contract for the college his son went to and gave him all Jordans to play in.
There you go.
That's just crazy.
Because I have my son wearing some other shoes.
My son's not wearing no fucking Reeboks. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I wear it on purpose. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Can you imagine? You get free Jordans your whole life.
Can't tell me what to do, man. I like Adidas, bro.
See about these K-Swiss like an asshole.
No.
Dreaming.
Yeah, so that's
I'm wearing these Pippins.
But that's what I think about. Like, if you look at, you know who's got kids who seem very well adjusted? Kevin Hart.
Yeah, but then we see what they do.
They're quite young still.
None of them can try to do comedy now.
Yeah.
Because it's so...
Chappelle's kids.
big.
Well adjusted.
Chappelle's kids.
Comedians' kids.
I didn't even know he had
Richard
a daughter.
Pryor's son.
I was going to say, if you look... Well, he's a little off. But outside of that, if you look at comedians' kids, for the most part, you don't really hear a lot of shit coming from them. And it's probably because if your dad is a famous, like, comic that he's fucking... You already know what is going to happen if you do stupid shit.
Yeah, and also that goes full zero. That goes full circle to what we started about.
Yeah.
Out of all these like celebrities, the ones that you never see fucking up or failing or doing any dumb shit really is the comedian kids. So he gives a fuck what I say on stage.
Yeah.
It's not affecting them.
Yeah. They know what they need to do, and they know.
Boom! What a way to end. I like that. That's good. Kazeem Jamal.
Tom Hanks' kid versus Kevin Hart's kid.
What a guan!
Tom Hanks.
Let me know.
Tom Hanks' older son is a great actor, nice kid. Colin Hanks, wonderful person. This other motherfucker, what happened?
Too much money.
What happened?
Probably not enough discipline.
That's what it is. One of them living off bosom buddies money and splash money.
One was Forrest Gump money.
Fucking Forrest Gump.
That Forrest Gump money.
Was that one big or something?
Yeah, he lived off Castaway money. Yeah.
That's it. That money hit different. It hit different.
It's very different.
My dad just done Castaway, man.
That's what fucking doing in the streets, right?
Somebody needs to stop him. Stop him. Please.
Entertain him.
I'll start a GoFundMe. Stop this guy.
Tom Hanks. He makes music.
Go collect your son, Tom
Hanks. He's allowed to do his patois if he wants.
That's not patois.
We can't.
That's not patois.
That's not defending free speech taste.
That's not patois. That's patois.
That's patios. That's what it is.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Adele in that fucking
Estelle,
outfit.
don't ever. Yo, Estelle's for the streets.
Christ.
Hey, she's trying to be an actor now.
Estelle.
It's a terrible movie.
She was in a film.
No, it's a bad movie on Netflix. And she has like 2 lines.
No, but she was in a different film or a different TV show.
She's in an American. It's bad. It's a bad film.
Nah, but before this, I'm sure she did an acting job.
For real. She just stopped music totally. She's trying to do that.
Well,
she's from here, right?
She made a hit with Kanye West and called it a day.
American boy.
I think she probably called it a day because she was like, "That's not even my style of music, and that's my most successful song." Yeah.
Well, that's what happens. As I said, the thing that makes you most viral is what we'll put you on a pedestal for, and we expect you to stick to that. When you don't, it's political peak. All right. Well, that's been.
Hold on.
What? Before we round up.
I'm just trying to see what film she was in.
Who is Estelle? I'm not sure.
No, none that I remember. Hell's Kitchen. I don't know.
Let's leave it as that.
Yeah,
That's another episode of the Green Room Podcast. The name that we will change
eventually.
One day. Never. 10 years later, we're still here. grooming podcast among 100.
If you think I'm gonna be doing this
podcasts.
with you motherfuckers for 10 years,
Yeah.
you got another thing coming. I'm trying to go clear, bruv.
Yeah.
I'm trying to finish up and tell
Are we
get back on their
opaque,
field.
fam? What are you trying to say?
Huh?
You trying to go clear? We opaque. Come on, what's wrong?
We're coming with you. Wherever you're going.
Okay, you haven't done material for a little while. It's okay. That one.
It was dead. And
Yeah.
Oh no, I was thinking. I said it. And I committed to it. And then I'm like, you know what? I need to get back on stage.
I didn't even know he was making a joke.
I'm interested.
I like, what's the rest? Guy, you see him like,
Open the clubs. Open the
I
clubs.
feel like I was the only one that quit. I was like, I get it.
oh, this is your sixth special. Okay. It's special
Get me to the clubs. I need it.
Yeah. All right. Peace. That's not my phone.
I don't know. It's just. I'm guessing.
I guess he's just gonna cut the shit.